Alright, welcome back everybody. We're going to be continuing the Master of Orion game from the last few streams. If you watched the last one, you might have seen that our second son Charlie made a visit to the stream on the last session. Unfortunately, he was there because he had just gotten his vaccinations. He had gone to the doctor that morning and he had just gotten some shots, so he was not feeling great. And he's also teething. He had teeth coming into his mouth too, so he he looked around on stream for like 30 seconds, and then after that he just started screaming. Which is not like him. He's a very chill baby, but anyway, he wasn't feeling it last week. He's at daycare right now though, so he's doing fine. I want to be clear, he's doing fine, but just he was out of character, upset last week, and then Liz had to step out for a minute, so I was holding him, and then he was screaming his head off. So it was a great stream. The fun of doing things live. The fun of doing stuff live. Okay, so let's do a quick recap on where we are at the start of this session. So unfortunately, we found ourselves stuck on very, very, very few planets in this game. We just had no chance to expand out of the northeast corner. We just got stuck here. We do have the hopes of getting to this dead planet. We're researching Controlled Inferno in the planetology tree. Just started it. But we are researching Controlled Inferno. So in theory, we should be able to get this, hopefully. And then maybe get this toxic planet. I'm actually kind of hoping Controlled Radiated is in our tree, because that would open up that one. And there's also the possibility that we could get this radiated planet down here. Maybe. That's a lot of ifs there. There are no there's no silicoids on this galaxy. No silicoids. So we don't have to worry about them snapping up hostile planets. I'm more concerned that the Borathi are going to grab this world here. In terms of diplomacy, we're on good terms with the AI, as you tend to be with the humans. We've got them signed up to some pretty sizable trade route income. It's already making up like 5% of the budget, and it's going to go up from there. So we'll let that continue increasing. So far, the one thing that's our advantage in this game is we do have very, very large planets. Our home world is, of course, base 100, as it always is. Then we have this world, which is also a base 100. And then this planet was a base 120. So we've got 3 enormous planets, and then we have an artifacts planet that's more reasonably sized. So, like, if we're going to be on small territory, this is not the worst. This is not the worst situation to be in. But and we also have had we've had good waste cleanup already. We had II-9, and we popped this II-9 from the artifacts world, which was not the best pull. But we have good waste cleanup, because we already have improved eco restoration and reduced waste 80%. So that takes care of early game waste cleanup. We're researching shields. We got plus 20 terraforming, which is not bad. We've already deployed that. We're researching extra faster engines. We're going to have scatter packs. Like, our tech choices have been good. And we have robotics 3 underway. So our tech choices have been good thus far. When I have robotics 3, I will probably try to start seeing what the AIs have in terms of techs, because I might want to trade that. And as Ivan asked, do we have Buskill, Sakura, and Borathi because they screwed our previous attempts? Yes. The worst pull is probably just a weapons tech that does nothing. Like, the anti-missile rockets would just be utterly useless. And then we had the, or was it? No, we pulled the neutron pellet. That's right. We didn't pull II-9. We pulled the neutron pellet gun. That's right. We traded for II-9. We made a check trade for that one. Yeah, the neutron pellet gun, very good early game weapon. Now, at some point, I'm going to move these MPGs up to this planet to try and make sure that poachers stay off it. And that time to do that might be now, because we can rush out a base in 2 turns. But I also haven't seen much activity. Still, it's probably better to do that now and just send them up there, so I have something there if I have to fight. I'll keep this single MPG here. So we are no longer playing the Taciturn variant. We're just doing a normal game for this one. I will feel a lot better when I have the scatter packs. And I also will feel better once I have like 10 bases here, but we want to finish the factories first. We already have 160 factories. We can get up to 280 right now. So we'll be maxed out on factories in like 5 more turns. Alrighty. We cannot see where the enemy ships are going, but I'm pretty sure I'm not being targeted. The thing that I don't like is that the Darloks are rallying their ships right here. They're using that as like a rally world, which I don't like. Anyway, we should also, since we're getting close to maxing out factories here, yeah, we're going to max factories in about 4 or 5 more turns. We can send Pop from Home 2 to Bastion. And we probably should do it now, honestly, because it's going to need some extra here. So can we grow 14 pop here? I don't know if we can grow that many. It says we can, but I'm not sure I trust it. Yeah, let's send 13. That sounds about right. Now, of course, that means we're not teching this turn, but we still want to send. And one other good thing is we can do the turns relatively quickly here, because we only have 4 planets to our name. All right. Well, Home 2 was able to refill. Wow. It's nice having all this waste cleanup in the early game. All right, so 13 in 4 turns. In 4 turns, this is going to be at about 120 population. So maybe send like 5 or 6 million more, and then that'll make sure this is maxed out when it gets all the factories. And let's just send like 5 million more. That's pretty cheap to do. And that should be enough to max this out by the time it finishes its factories. It costs like some BC to do it, but it's not that big a deal. All right, otherwise we're mostly just waiting for the tech bubbles to fill up and building factories because there's not much to do. Oh, we should check in to see if anyone's, yeah, we'll get that back. Check in just to see if anybody's like declared war on anyone. All right, those two are I really do not want these two to be allied. Oh my god, how in the world are the freaking Darlocks allied with 3 other AIs? That they have the worst diplomacy in the game. That's ridiculous. Anyway, we're actually very competitive on population, even though we have so few planets. Not so competitive on tech, but hey there, welcome those of you just getting here. We're just getting started with today's session. All right. Yeah, so Bastion will start reading max. Now we have 18 pop incoming, and it should be just about enough to finish the planet off. We still need... Oh, we're going to finish factories this turn. Okay. We only need 14 factories. So I will then put it... I will not grow the pop because it's coming in. Let's see. We need... What did I say? 14 factories? Yes. What's 14 times 9? I don't know that in my head. 126. 126 BC. So that should max the factories, and we'll get started on missile bases. I need a lot here. This is my point world. I cannot afford to lose this. I need a lot of bases there. Okay, so we've maxed factories. There we go. I can almost do 2 per year. Wow. It'll be able to do 2 per year, I think, once these arrive. So we're going to get 13 million incoming, and that takes us to, what is that, 132? And then we'll get 5 more. That takes us to 137. And we'll probably grow 3 pop over the next 2 turns, naturally. So I think we sent just about the right amount of pop there. All right, Hope. Let's do the same thing with Hope. We'll send from... Which planet's closer? 4 turns. And I think they're both 4 turns. Okay, they're both 4 turns. We'll just send from Home 2 again. This planet's not going to need a ton. It needs 14 pop, and in the next 4 turns, it's probably going to grow about 5 or 6. So send 8, and that should be enough to max it out. We just don't want to have to grow pop on the. I'd rather grow pop on Home 2, which can do it more at an easier. Like I don't want to waste time growing pop on the artifacts planet because I'd rather have it doing research. And Bastion, I want building missile bases because for safety's sake. Okay. Home 2. All right. So Bastion now has 130. Ah, look at this. 134 pop, 5 transports incoming. I'd say that we targeted that pretty well. Let's get up to at least 10 bases here. And we can get up to 10 bases with scatter packs. I'll be reasonably safe. I'm really hoping we have the planetary shield. I would feel a lot safer with that. All right. So we've got 8 coming in. We need 12 more pop. I expect it to go 4 more pop over the next 3 turns, something like that. And we're not that far away from the improved robotics either. And then we'll start looking at what text the AI has. We don't know when the council is going to meet. Okay, they're allied now with multiple. Okay, everybody's allied with everybody. I do not like this. I do not like this, Sam I Am. Trade route income's going up pretty sizably too. We've gone from 50. We were at like 50 something. Now we're up to 100. When it gets up to like 200, we'll try to up it again with the AI. All right. In the meantime, though, I'm just enjoying the fact that I predicted the population transfers pretty well. So we could sign the non-aggression pact. I don't want to sign it until I have this planet under my control, because then I will not be able to chase off colony ships. So that's the rationale for why I'm not doing that there. We need the planetology to tick up a bit. And hey, we have computers in the percentages already. Duralloy's a great tech. We have pretty good techs. I just wish I had personal deflector shield here. But it is what it is. And scatter... Yeah, we have a lot of key techs that are about to pop here. We'll be a lot stronger once this round of techs appears. Okay, so Hope is maxed out on... look at this. Hope maxed out on factories. 51 out of 60. 8 pop transports coming in. As long as it grows 1 pop, it'll max out naturally next turn. And I do not need to build a missile base here because there's no... like, if Hope's getting run over, then the game's already lost. So we don't need to worry about it. And look at that. Our research is accumulating pretty nicely here. That's with Bastion still building bases. As I said, I want 10 on Bastion as a early game starter. And it's building them pretty fast. It can do like one base 1 year and then 2 the other year. So it gets like 3 bases every 2 turns? Yeah, 3 bases every 2 turns. All right, and there we go. Hope's maxed out. If we put all the planets on research, then we can get 1,100. Yeah, that's pretty good for this stage of the game to be at 1,100 research beakers. But I still want Bastion to finish those bases. And then we'll put it on. Yeah, great location for an artifacts world. All right, there's Robotics 3. Oh, and there's a Bolrathi ship moving north. All right, so we're going to be building the fact... Oh, we got... Okay, here's the key one is, do we have that planetary shield? I really will feel much safer if we do. Okay. So we do want to get updated battle computers at some point, but this scanner lets me see where the enemy ships are going. I really want this so I can see where if I'm getting attacked ahead of time. So I'm going to take this, even though maybe I can trade for an older battle computer, because that would help. Ah, no. Again, 3 human games in a row. 3 games, no planetary class 5 planetary shield. Come on, guys. What is up with this? 3 games in a row. Okay, now the question is this headed... I think this is headed to Uxmai. I don't think this is going here. Pretty sure it's not headed to that planet. Oh, it's a huge ship. If it looks like it's heading north, I can maybe build some more MPGs and send them there. Because I don't want them to get a scout on that planet. Jesus, what is with us? And 3 games in a row missing out on the planetary shield. Now, in this game, we might be able to trade for it. First of all, we got to build those factories. We'll stop our... base building to build the factories. I'm just like, Jesus. Anyway, we'll have Hope stay on research for right now so we don't lose our tech investment. But like seriously, what the heck game? What the heck game? All right. And now that we have this, let's turn on. Let's try to. We want to just see what techs they have because we might be able to trade for something. But I want to know what techs they have before I make any tech trades. We still have no idea when the council's going to vote next either. Okay, no, that is not going up there. I saw that ship. It's going to Uxmai. It's not going to this dead planet. So hopefully that dead planet can stay ours. All right. So we got to build more factories. This planet Bastion can get up to 420, I think. Yeah, 420. Insert your own jokes about drug use here. And the other planets can get to 360. So they need 100 more. So it's about 5 more turns to lay on all the factories. And our income should be around 2,000 something then, after they're all added. Okay, so I was wrong. Anytime I see a ship moving in this direction. All right, we got scatter packs. Nice. That's big too. Now we have actual punch on our missile bases. Planetary Shield 5 plus Scatter Pack 5 is like the recipe for early game. Do not mess with my planets. Okay. I don't think we need to go for stingers because we have these. So I say we go for the hard beam. We don't have a bomb. I was hoping to get a bomb, but we don't have that. But we can get the hard beam, and because hard beam does full damage against planetary shields, you can actually use this to kill enemy missile bases if they don't have like a heavy planetary shield. Like let's say they have planetary shield 5 plus like the 3 points of shielding, so they have like 8 total points of shielding. You can absolutely shoot past them with this. So I don't think we need stingers. If by some chance we'll just miss out on lots of later stingers, we can go past that. But we can always backtrack for it. But I think we definitely want the hard beam. It's a good weapon. It's an expensive weapon. Would ion rifle move the tree forward? No, it would not. See, it's only 5,700, and this is for it. Ion rifle will definitely not move the tree forward. I would have liked to picked up a bomb there, but Wasn't available. Oh, and now home 2 has become fertile. Okay, well that means it's that increases its base size by 25. Okay, cool. I mean, sure, a good event, a rare good event. We'll take it. Well, now we have a pop. Now we have a 120, a 145, and a 140. Okay. Yeah, now it. I mean, the one thing that, now, to be fair, like when we get soil enrichment, it gets no benefit from this, but it's still really good. So now this planet can do 400 and was it like 435? I think it's 435 factories now. So it's going to be building factories for a little while. Okay. I mean, we'll take it. That was a good plan to have it on. All right, we still all their alliances disappeared. By the way, notice how much more slowly relations build with the Darloks than the Borathi. The Borathi are easier to make friends with. The Darloks are tough because they're xenophobes. At least these two have not spread out too much further. I'm probably going to have to attack one of them unless I can like get this planet and then like springboard to someone over here. It's too hard to know at the moment. So we'll just keep checking in and see when we get a spy report on these guys. We should get one relatively... Ah, we got it. Okay, what do they have? They don't have anything I want that badly. So the good news is they have no weapon beyond ion cannon. So we're actually pretty safe against them, at least at the moment. They're also pretty weak right now. If they don't get stronger than this, they're definitely targets for expansion. Boy, their computer tech is awful. But I don't want to get into a war with these guys right now. It's just not worth fighting a potential war against them. Also, trying to land and invade their planets would be really rough because they have the deflector shield, the battle suits, Zortrium to my Duralloy, and they're also the Borathi. So it would be pretty rough. Not to say we couldn't do it. They also do have death spores. That's a little bit scary. If they do declare, though, yes, we would absolutely cut our spies loose. But let's see what the Darloks. Again, what I'm looking for, I wouldn't mind trading one of my... if they have something key, if one of these had like... Now, see, these guys also missed the planetary shield. If one of these guys had the planetary shield, I'd be willing to go for it. But, I mean, we can dial them up and see. I'll just take a quick screenshot so I can see. Just see if there's any trade to be made. I'm not giving them anything too good, but, like, why not? We'll dial them up and see if there's anything they want to trade for. Okay. Let's see if we can get the hand lasers, because hand lasers are just good to have. Okay. I don't want to give them anything too good, but like they already have class 4 deflectors, so I'm happy to give them class 3 for this. And just get the hand lasers so that we're not completely useless in our roles. Now they want the reason why they offered a lot of text for trade. Here, watch. So, like, they offered a lot of stuff that's pretty good. Like, we could try to take the battle suits or the personal deflector shields, but they almost certainly want robotics 3, and I'm not willing to make that deal. Watch, I'll ask for the battle suits. They're more expensive tech. See, I'm not willing to make that deal. I knew that's what they were going to ask for. It's not worth it. Not right now, anyway. So we go back to building factories. And let's try to get a report on the Darloks. We're also getting close to that planetology tech. We're like 2/3 of the way there. We'll be able to knock it out quickly once we're done factory building. But for a very small empire, we're kind of like I don't know, the Netherlands version of this Netherlands version of this galaxy. We're very small, but like we're very advanced. And hopefully we're difficult to attack. I don't know. But yeah, we still got more factories to build here. Although we're actually not that far off from maxing. Should take another turn or two to get a spy report in. These guys finally ticked up to amiable as well. They're allied with the Mercians. Okay, I haven't even seen where Kitty is in this galaxy yet. Need to find a nice ocean planet, build some dikes, and get some more land. Okay, Angry maxed out on factories. Excellent. And Bastion maxed out on factories too. Wow, that was a little faster than I thought. So we probably got a little bit in the reserve, which is not the worst thing. No, we actually hit that pretty neatly. So again, 2 more factories, 2 more bases on Bastion. Again, the 10 is a completely arbitrary number, but yeah. And then you went to Tech, so now we can build the factories here at Hope. Hope needs to build 60 more factories. And Home 2 is still building factories as well. Still needs a few more factories. And then we have to grow the missing pop, but fortunately this is a fertile planet now, so it grows 50% faster. So it's going to be growing that pop pretty quickly anyway. Or Korea lining the border with Hwachas, something like that. All right, just continuing to check in to see if we can get a spying report on the Daleks. We'll get one eventually. The passive espionage, you can pretty much always get one spy in eventually. That said, trying to steal from the Daleks is not a good idea. Okay, so they have the Class 5 planetary shield. They will not offer to trade it yet. The AI will never trade for their most advanced tech. So we need to watch and wait and see if they... and they're missing Robotics 3, so we can potentially trade for it. So we can potentially trade Robotics 3. I would do that deal, Robotics 3 for the planetary shield. Let's go ahead. They have a lot of missiles here. Hyper-V, Hyper-X. The neutron blasters are not scary if we have a planetary shield. They are scary until we have one. But the good news is they didn't get any bombs there. Let's dial them up and see if we can make any deal. We might be able to trade for... obviously, we have Durloy coming in, but I would happily get BC2 or ECM Jammer 2. They didn't offer anything I actually wanted here. No. But I will trade for the BC2. I was waiting for them to offer this. I'm not going to give them anything too great, but I might give them improved eco. And these guys do have controlled dead. Let's see. So I might give them that. It would help their waste cleanup, but they already have reduced industrial waste 80%. Or I could give them class 3 deflectors. Oh, no, never mind. Do I want to give them class 3 deflectors, though? Well, it only gives them... Yeah, it only gives them 1 extra point of shielding. They have class 2 shields, because everybody gets that. Yeah, sure, we'll do this. This gives me... this gives them 1 extra point of shielding, and it gives me an extra level of battle computer. I think that that's a good deal overall. Again, I'm not looking to fight these guys right now. I'm okay with doing that deal. Because I've been ignoring the battle computers. Alright, that's not good enough for right now. Duraloy is in the percentages. Yeah, Duraloy was not worth trading for because it's in the percentages. Okay, we'll turn this off right now. We'll want to upgrade our trade agreement soonish too. And we might be able to tick up spending because we dialed down our espionage. Alright, how many more factories do we need here? We still need 40 more factories. You're not doing that in one turn. Okay, I guess we can't adjust our spending. All right, you are building 10 factories a turn, so you'll be maxed out in 5 more turns, a little less than that. And Bastion's up to 10 bases, which is the arbitrary number I said I was going to go with. So we'll put this back on tech spending. Again, the fact that the Daleks have controlled dead means they can colonize this. So hopefully it's just out of their range at the moment. Hopefully it's just out of range. So we'll try to grab this. And if we grab that, then I believe this might be in range. If we can take that, I don't know, for our scouts at least. Let's send another scout 2 up to that planet in the top, just so if one of these would be in range, it'll be shorter, I think, from there. But yeah, looking good. Our only advantage is we have ridiculously huge planets, indeed. All right, okay, you only need 12 more factories, so that should be about 100 BC to build them. Just do 1 extra tick. I think this will max out the factories. And then this should max out the pop as well. We should have a little bit left over. And then Hope's just building its factories. All right, in terms of tech, we're about to get Durloy, and we're about to get our planetology tech, and we're about to get faster engines too. We actually don't have a bad setup for early game skirmishing if we wanted to go that route. Maxed out on colonists. Did it max out on factories? It is 1 factory short. Oops, I guess I missed that. It is missing 1 factory. So there we go. Now it'll be done with its factory. And then you are almost done too. You need 25 more factories. That's like 2 more turns. Okay, we got a lot of techs in the percentages. Durley we can dial down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just so we're not spending there. Try to get that planetology tech a little bit sooner. All right. Looking good. Just kind of chilling here. Again, we're doing the turns super fast. Okay. Well, I'll do one more turn here, and then I'll reallocate the planetology spending too. It's already up to 1 and 3. We're actually already like halfway to the next force field tech. 1600 RP per turn. Alright, there we go. Controlled Inferno. Well, there's no controlled radiated. We could, so in theory, we could go for the biotoxin antidote, but I'd rather just double our population, or double our terraforming here. Let me go ahead and pull up the planetology tech tree. Death spores are quite nasty. If we can always backtrack that if someone's attacking us with death spores and we need. But I hate researching that because it doesn't do anything for you economically unless you're like already getting attacked by someone with death spores. We could also just be in a situation where we never end up seeing any ships that have that. Anyway, okay, so planetology. We just did controlled inferno. This means unfortunately we missed controlled toxic and controlled radiated. We also missed soil enrichment, but plus 40 is not bad. Missing soil enrichment's fine if there's advanced soil enrichment later. So ideally what we'd get is plus 40, atmospheric, not that we have a lot of hostile planets, but whatever. And then advanced soil enrichment. And then like plus 60 would be the ideal. Something like that. It'd be nice if you could control your path through the tech tree, but you can't always do that. And that's part of the fun of Master of Orion is picking your own... having to work through that. So we'll definitely take the plus 40. As I said, we can always go back if we have to. Got to make sure you click the right one. Alrighty. So let's get, we need to scrap our colony ship. Got to design a new colony ship with Inferno colony base, and we can put the faster engines on. It's a shame that our sublight drives didn't pop yet. This is colony I2. And we can build that. I could have... can almost one-turn it. If the propulsion tech pops on this inner turn... Oh, I was going to move this back to construction, but construction still hasn't popped yet, so that's kind of silly. If this pops on the inner turn, I could actually redesign it to have warp 3 and get there in a single turn, which would be funny. Yeah, we can never colonize toxic or radiated unless we trade for it. That's correct. So we need these guys. Yeah, we need these guys to get more force field so we can then trade for the planetary shield. So we will be able to get another planet here. Not a huge planet or anything, but still something. And at least these guys have not expanded any further. So what that tells me is that the rest of the map has a lot of AI empires that are occupying. Like there's probably someone who has this part of the map here, and then someone has this part, and someone has this part. Because otherwise they would have kept expanding. They did stop. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see them on like 6 planets, not 12 or 13 planets. Because if like a Bulrathi that has 6 planets is very, very beatable. Hey, happy birthday. Is that Shove607? Happy birthday. Hope your day's going well. Anyway, so we do have this. Again, I'll feel better if I can get more. If I could, if I can advance up to Planetary Shield 10. No. We're going to get that Planetary Shield 5. If we have to try stealing it, we can. All right. Hey, that's what I said happens. Sublight drives. Okay. So do we want Energy Pulsar? Now, this is really good against small ships. But I'm not sure that I'm up against small ships. I mean, the thing is, though, fusion drives are really nice because they let you get 3 movement in combat. I kind of want the fusion drives, even though I literally have just gone... warp 2, warp 3, then I'd be going warp 4. So like I'd literally just be going 2, 3, 4, which tends to be pretty inefficient. But what we've seen is huge and large ships, and Energy Pulsar is not good against small ships. So, or it's not good against huge and large ships. And the Bulrathi, who are probably our first target, don't have them either. So I guess I think we'll take this. I think the drives are better. Well, some of the AI do, but like we haven't even like seen the like. There's no Alkari. They tend to favor small ships. None of these races really build small ships. The Alkari are the ones who do it the most. But anyway, here's good news. We can just redesign that colony ship. I guess technically I could just build 2 versions of it, but We'll just do the same ship. Inferno base. This actually saves a turn getting there. Colony I3. And we're building that on home, not home 2, on Angry. Or we could build 99 scouts. You sure you don't want the 99 scouts? No. So we'll be able to get there in one turn, and then Angry can send pop transports to flood it with people. And I don't think we do reserve spending. By the way, construction still hasn't popped, but at least we haven't spent much on it. I'm gonna move this spending from planetology back in there as soon as I can. I'm just hesitant to go attack somebody when my shielding is so weak. When I only have 3 points of shielding, I don't really want to pick fights with anybody. And I wish I knew more about what was happening diplomatically in this galaxy. Like, I wish I knew more about what was going on. Our trade agreement is just about due for renewal, too. All right, well, there's Durloy, finally. All right. Ooh. I think we want the auto repair after what we saw happen in the last game. Now, that does advance the tech tree, right? I'm pretty sure it does. We were stuck on Durloy forever. Durloy's a very expensive tech. After what happened in the last game, I think we want that auto repair. Yeah, because we don't really need industrial. We already have reduced industrial. We have plenty of waste cleanup, so that doesn't do anything for us. Yeah, we don't need waste cleanup. So, yeah, it's auto repair. It's also cheaper, too. Oh, yeah, an argument against the Jarlax and Bulrathi being blocked. Yeah, the council still hasn't voted yet, so maybe there's a bunch of hostile planets out there that the AI just hasn't colonized yet. That's also a possibility. So anyway, we can get here in one turn, so we need a name. We'll need a name for that. And then we have, do we have range? We have range 5, right? Not range 4? What's our propulsion? Yeah, we have range 5, so we can get anything that's up to 8 parsecs away. So I think that's going to be in range, I think. We'll definitely send a scout over there as soon as we can. Can start scouting now? No, we can't. It's still not in range. We have to have that planet. And that poor radiated world, which we can't colonize. But we'll see. Hopefully that's in range. Hopefully some of these are within 8 parsecs range. Hopefully. Because that would be sure would be nice if there was like an inferno planet over there that we could grab and then hopscotch even further west. Anyway, we'll see. We'll be able to start. You know what we should do? It's gonna take so long to get over there. Let's do this. Fleet specs. We'll scrap this. We don't need these scouts anymore. Can probably scrap this too, but I'll leave it alone. Let's design a scout that can take advantage of those faster engines we have. I almost never do this, but we can put the reserve fuel tanks and we can put the nuclear engine. I mean, this thing costs 8 BC. Scout 3. Yeah. The rare Scout 3. I could build 28 of them, but I don't want that many of them. Home 2, you can build a couple of these. We don't need 12 of them, but I guess that we'll do the 6. And you know what I can do? I can relocate them to Angry so they get there instantly. That's fun. All right, what's our name for this planet, you guys? We're up to 5 planets. I like Leap Forward. I like that. Yeah, it's a shame that some of these planets we can't use. Leap Forward. So we can do this if we do it all with no space. This could be a game where researching like range 8 or something actually does something. Does this bring us in contact with someone? No, we're still not in contact. What a weird game. All right, we don't need any more of these scouts. Turn off the relocate order. Leap Forward, you can barely see it. All right, so are these in range now? Ah, they are in range. How about this one? Ah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Note that it would take 12 turns if we didn't have some of these. So actually, you know what? We got 6 of these. Let's send 2 of them to each one of these planets. Maybe we'll find something useful on these. You never know. It could just be something that these guys don't have the tech to colonize, but we do. All right. Anyway, so Leap Forward. I think we're just going to send 14 and 14 on 2 turns to get this planet going. There we go. And we'll send another 14 on the next turn. Or actually, I could just do the... I could just have both of these do 14. Because it's 2 turns from both of them. Might as well have them both. They'll both arrive in 2 turns there. And then maybe we'll do a little light reserve spending just to have that planet get stood up faster. It's also going to need to terraform. So we can terraform it to 50. We also need to shift this back. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least force field is going to pop again soon. It helps being rated excellent in force fields, doesn't it? Okay. And I was going to up my trade agreement in like another turn or 2. Again, so far we're being left alone. Yeah, okay, they both go back, both remax, of course. Leap forward. Production 1 per turn. So like right now, if you look at the races, our total income is like 450 if it was completely maxed out. Since we're like getting close to hitting that. By the way, trade is a sizable portion of our income right now. I think we can upgrade our deal shortly. But we should, and we can maybe sign a non-aggression pact soonish. Okay, let's do this. First, I'm going to turn spying back on with these guys because I want to get an updated report. I'll just do 1 tick. I'll do 2 ticks. It takes too long with just 1 tick. Let's go ahead and try to up our trade agreement. We could also potentially sign a non-aggression pact, too. Yep. There was an old rule Syrian had, which was sign a new trade agreement when you can double the old one. And that's what we just are able to do. We can double the trade deal. Cool. So for the immediate future, that does lower it because we were at, we were at what, 250 before and we dropped down to 144. So we do lose slightly. But obviously that's going to keep climbing. And you can see if it maxes out at 450 with each of them, that would be a third of our, that would give us an extra 50% of our income. So it'd be pretty sizable. All right, leap forward. We'll do a little, as I said, a little light reserve spending to help you get started here. If we terraform, okay, we should probably terraform you, yeah. So angry. Oh, we have to adjust spending because, yeah, now we have waste on these planets because before we were getting extra trade income and now we lose a little bit of that. Okay, so angry, you need to send 10 million here because it's going to add 10 million more pop next turn. And I want 1 planet to feed the reserve. We'll just do 1 turn of feeding the reserve. Unfortunately, we don't have a rich planet to take advantage of this, but that way we have some reserve spending to play around with there. Unfortunately, like I said, there's no council vote to play around right now because we don't know when the council still hasn't met yet and we don't know when it's going to meet. All right, leap forward. Okay, see, it did half the terraforming. And we got 200 BC in the reserve, so that's plenty for right now. Angry, you're going to send another 10 million pop. This way we max out even if we don't grow any pop naturally there. It's a hostile planet, so it doesn't grow pop very fast. All right, and yeah. You should exactly finish the terraforming at 50 max. And then we have 10 million coming in, another 10 million. So it'll be at 50 million max. That's the best we can do to get it started. Tech-wise, yeah, we have... I'll feel a little safer when I can see where the AI ships are going with the increased space scanner. And then we have an extra point of shielding, which is nice, but we really need to get... really would like to get the planetary shield of some kind. So here's hoping. I'm trying to get an updated spying report on these guys to see if there's anything worth trading for. By the way, their computer tech is absolutely dreadful. So maybe we can trade Maybe we could trade the scanner tech. I don't mind giving the AI the scanner tech because they cheat on map vision anyway. Alrighty. Yeah, if you're initially trade is negative and it slowly goes up. But for the humans, it's basically 0. I think it's like very slightly negative when it first starts. Alright, well, I don't think we're going to be colonizing this planet because it has 38 missile bases. Well, I guess we're not attacking there. Or here. They've recently colonized this one. Well, so much for potentially being able to expand. Okay, well. This is why we scout. 2 out of 3, utterly useless. But the third, the third one. Well, hello there. Now, it's probably going to take a huge colony ship design to get over there, but that because we need the long range fuel tanks. But that is utterly worth it. Of course it has to be in the nebula as well, where shields don't work. Great. But obviously we have to go for this planet. It's an ultra rich planet, and it is Inferno, and we have controlled Inferno. Okay, 7 parsecs. So we need long range fuel tanks, and yes, Leap Forward has finished its terraforming. So while I'm thinking about it, we'll just little reserve spending for you. Build the factories twice as fast. So let's see what we can do here. First, let's see if we can fit this on a default on a large hull. I don't think we can. Maybe if it was a standard colony ship, I think we might be able to fit it. But the Inferno, I don't think we can. Let's see, standard colony base. Yep, we can actually fit the reserve fuel tanks on a standard. Oh, can we do... Oh, we can do it! Yes! Yes, we just have enough space. Hallelujah. That's fantastic. That means we can get over there so much faster. Okay, excellent. Long-range colony I3. That's a long name. Excellent. I didn't think we could do that, but we can, apparently. Okay, so... 2 turns. How close are we to building this? I was going to say if we're like barely not building this in 1 turn, I would use reserve spending, but it's not worth it because we're actually not that close to finishing it in 1 turn. And we will relocate this to Leap Forward, and then we can jump forward from there, and we can be over there in like 5 turns. And then we're going to have to send like waves of population over there to help out. But that's fantastic. I was actually surprised. And you know what else it does is once we have a planet here, the map opens up. Like, we can send ships everywhere from here once that's the case. And I can also send my... wait, what happened to my... Oh, my MPGs. I can also send the MPGs forward, too. As soon as But, like, they don't have range to get there right now. So I'm actually going to need a couple more of these Scout 3s. I have 6 of them right now. I think 12 will... is 6 enough? We already know that... I think I'll just build 3 more, so I have 9. I think that still is more than I need. But 9 should be enough to scout everything that's within range. Okay. Yeah, fortunately we have plenty of population. That's not an issue. Okay, this might be the recipe for getting out of our corner. And we'll also be able to talk to the Sakra, too, which might allow us to swing more tech deals and just have a better sense of what's going on in the galaxy, too. We are running right into the Sakra core, but the AI tends to ignore planets it can't colonize. They've probably scouted it already, and they can't colonize it. Sure, if they want a non-aggression pact, I'll sign it with them. Because we already got the only planet that's, like, in the area. We already got the only planet that was, like, disputed, which was Leap Forward. We already have that one. I guess, technically, if they had controlled Inferno, they could go for that, or the toxic planet up there. But I'm fine to sign this for right now. All right, let's turn off your relocate order. Those scouts are going to fly over here. And, yeah, we're going to have our colony ship done. Leap Forward, we'll keep doing this. I mean, for right now, my neighbors are friendly, but still, let's get the factories built quickly. And, yeah, we have, again, we'll feel safer when we get some of these new techs in. Planetology is already ticking along for another terraforming tech. Do we have a spying update? We do. Okay, did they get anything new that's interesting? Wait, do they both have death spores? No, just the Bulrathi have death spores. I was wondering, do they both have them? Okay. They did get a new computer tech. I'm sure that we could, if we really wanted to give out improved the robotic controls 3, we could get something decent, but I'm not hurting for anything that they have. They don't have anything that I really want that badly. Let's do the same thing, get an updated report on the Darloks, and see if they've gotten another force field tech. We might be able to trade for that. All right, they're allied with the Klakons and the Sakura. The Bulrathi are not allied. I still think the Bulrathi are probably the best target to attack, just because I think that they're the weakest. Even though it's a pain in the butt invading their planets, I still think that they're probably the best target. We also have as our variant challenge to eliminate them. The Darloks, maybe. But I'm not really contesting planets with the Darloks to the same extent. So I'm not as inclined. Also, their weapons are not that intimidating. I guess the thing to be most afraid of is the Neutron Blaster. Actually, Hyper-X's would hurt too. We just need more shielding. If we had the planetary shield, we'd be completely safe against anything they could do. But we'll see. For now, they've been very peaceful so far, thankfully. Okay, not us. Sucks to be them. We still have not had the council meet yet. Wait, how did I get another Scout 3? I thought I turned that off. Oh, I still had to spend... Oh, well. Well, okay. I don't think I need these, but yeah, go over there and have fun. I forgot. I turned off the relocate order, but I didn't turn off the actual spending itself. It's fine. All right. I really wish this were... So I'm going to have to build just an absurd amount of missile bases here because it's in the nebula where shields don't work. I would probably, since it's an ultra-rich planet, I might target like 50 bases to start. And that sounds ridiculous, but when there's no shields, you have to be really careful. All right. I mean, we're still teching along. All right. Force fields and computers. Let's pull spending out of you guys. Force fields, you can go in planetology. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Computers, you can go in construction. 1, 2. Oh, no, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do the 6 ticks in both of them. Just so we're not wasting the spending. Yeah, scatter packs become hilariously powerful. Exactly. Exactly. If it's in a nebula and you have scatter pack 10, like, don't even bother attacking. The only way you can do that is you just have to close to the planet and kill it before it can get off its lethal volleys. Late game, the early game is more about defense in Master of Orion. The late game is more about offense. Civ 4 is the same way, by the way. All right. Look at all those ships flying forward. All right, I do have... So, how many more turns to get there? 2. Okay, 2 turns. Not bad. All right, we also need to dump a turn of reserve spending here, because Leap Forward has used up the reserve I had accumulated before. But it's growing pretty quickly. I mean, it's already up to 10 factories per turn. Now, granted, with reserve help. But that's really nice. I mean, this planet's kind of on the small side, so anything we can. And, all right, we got a spying report with these guys. Okay. Fusion beam. Again, if you have a planetary shield, this is not scary. But as of right now, all they'd have to do is wheel up ships with fusion beams, and they could just blast apart any of my planets. So I'm not really looking to fight these guys. Okay, these alliances keep shifting around like crazy. Again, the only thing I would want to trade for is the class 5 planetary shield. So again, but they won't offer it until they have another force field tech. So I hope they get another force field tech. We would have 9 points of shielding if we could get that, which would be plenty. The fusion beam deals 4 to 16, and that gets cut in half against bases. So that we're not fine now, but we will be if we can just get that tech. All right. And we might as well turn off this spending for right now. We're about to meet the Sakura, and we're gonna do the spying against them. We definitely want to get a spy report, but there's no reason to keep spying right now. Let's see. Is there anything they have that I would want to trade for? I mean, battle suits. Maybe we can trade for battle suits, or the deflector shield. Let's see if they'll trade for one of them. I mean, I don't have to. If I don't like the text, if they only want control the robotics tech, then I won't make that deal. But yeah, the one spy indicator tells you that the report's updated. All right. Personal deflector shield is a cheaper tech, so they might want less for this. I don't think I want to give any of this out. Do they have any engines right now? They have nuclear engines, so I'd be giving them warp 2 to warp 3. That might be worthwhile because it doesn't do that much to update them. I'm definitely not giving them controlled inferno. They have controlled dead, but I don't want them to have another hostile tech. It's not robotics 3. I don't really care if they move. I don't think warp 2 to warp 3 is that big a deal, and I do need to get some. I'll go ahead and do this, because I do need to get more ground combat stuff. This allows me to actually think about fighting the Borathi, like, down the road. Because I picked up the hand lasers, I picked up the deflector shield. If I can get the battle suits or something similar, I could actually fight them and just suffer bad casualties instead of catastrophic casualties. Alright. So now we'll have better vision, and now we can see if we're getting attacked. Again, you hit F8 every single... It's F5, I think? Which one is it that tells you up there? Alright, now our only option to move the tech tree forward. This is a little sad because it means we don't have robotics 4, but we need to upgrade our battle computer, so we'll take the BC5. It's also the only thing that advances the tech tree forward. So that's not bad to have that. But we did miss robotics 4, so we don't have that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I'm going to do one more tick here. We do need an updated battle computer. We have BC2, but going to 5 is a pretty big increase. I don't want to talk too much about how the combat model works, but basically every level of attack gives you 10% higher odds to hit, basically. So if they had a defense of 5 and we had an attack level of 2, we'd only hit 20% of the time. But if we have 5 and they have 5, we hit 50% of the time. It's a big force multiplier, to say the least, to have that happen. Okay, leap forward. Reserve spending. I'm probably going to need to keep swapping home 2 onto more of that reserve spending, but for right now we're okay. Where is this going? Oh, we can see where the ships are going. Where is this going? Not to us. Okay, we're not getting attacked, thankfully. Have good vision now. We also have our little scout down here watching what's going on, which is kind of funny. I don't love this fleet being here. Kind of wish this wasn't right next to Bastion, but for right now we're okay. Again, this is why I don't want to get into a fighting war with the Darloks until I have better force field tech. And because we scouted these planets earlier, we actually can see what's here. A lot of bases on these planets. Never got a scout on Ursa, obviously. It was already built up. But these planets we could, in theory, attack down the road. All right. We're going to be introduced to the Sakra this turn. And then maybe this gets us out of our corner start. Okay, well, is it going to be class 5 deflectors here? Shrug emoji. Will the class 10 deflector, will the class 10 planetary shield be available at the next one? Just working our way up the tech tree a little bit at a time. Okay, we need a name for our ultra rich inferno, you guys. Our scientists are amazing. We've actually had a pretty good tech tree this game. I actually think our tech tree's been quite good in this game. The one big missing piece was the planetary shield. These are some pretty good ones. Forge. Let's do Forge, because this is an ultra rich planet. It's going to be building a lot of stuff. All right, now we'll be introduced at least to the Sakra, possibly to other AIs as well. Long live interesting. That's either honorable or pacifist. For the personality, I mean. Okay. Oh, the Sakra are not that big. Okay, the Sakra are relatively weak. Okay, this is good. This is good. We may have a new target to go after here. They're pacifists. Okay. Well, first thing to do is let's sign them up to a trade deal. We're the humans. We always want to trade with everybody. Emperor Humad. Yeah, they're not as strong as they were in that first game. All right, yeah, give me as much as you are willing to. Okay, then we'll try to get a deal. Yeah, they do not look that strong. Yeah, they're actually last in population. We're actually, look at this. We're actually holding steady in tech this game. Normally you're kind of behind. Normally you're behind in tech on Impossible, but we're actually kind of keeping pace with the AI here, which is very rare. Oh, hello. What's this? Okay. Well, that's not ideal. Um, that's not what we want. Um, Problem is, I'm hesitant to like. I don't want to trade them. I don't want to start sending pop transports here. If they have this big fleet, I mean, I can't shoot down 900 of these ships. Unfortunately, I also do not think I can get a missile base up. I don't. I suspect that what's on them is like lasers. These are probably pop gun lasers, which sadly means I could probably fight this off if I could just get a missile base. But I don't think I can get a missile base up there that quickly. Sadly, because like I want to bring in pop transports, but like it takes too many turns to get over here. Yeah, 6 turns. Maybe we could ask them for a non-aggression pact, and maybe they'll turn around and go back. We'll see. I'm not going to pour a lot of resources into this just yet. If they blow up this planet, we will also lose contact with them. So hopefully we can get a spy in there before that happens. But I don't want to like send pop transports over there right now. Still, what we can do is... Well, I also don't want to send my scouts forward because they're all going to die. Like I can send it... Well, if they get the scouting report, and then maybe if they can get the scouting report and then retreat. They're just scouts. Their purpose is to scout things out. I was like, I don't want the scouts to die. And then I was like, wait a minute, but they're scouts. I don't really care. Their whole purpose is just to see what's out there. If they die along the way, it's like if he dies, he dies. So we can check out that purple planet. All right, that's out of range. Okay, looks like we need some additional range tech. All right, I guess that... Okay, well, so much for building all those extra scouts. There's only one planet we could spot, which is this one. Interesting, though. All right, well, anyway. We've temporarily put our flag over this world. I wish there wasn't a fleet incoming, though. Still, it lets us talk to these guys, and that might be valuable. All right, we need another turn of reserve spending there. What is our tech picture looking like? Nothing close to popping, but a lot of things getting there. Oh, we need to turn force fields tech back on. We only just discovered that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least we're about to get another terraforming tech. By the way, when is the Galactic Council going to meet? It still hasn't met yet. There must be a huge swath of hostile planets somewhere that no one's colonizing, but we can't reach them, unfortunately. Can't get out of this corner of the map. All right. Still, the Sakura are pretty weak. They're definitely a target. All right, are we getting attacked anywhere else? Just here at Forge. Where is this ship going? Oh, hello. This ship's going here. Okay, is this in range now? Can I, like, send my MPGs to go fight that off? 5 turns? How many turns? Is this in range, by the way? 5 parsecs. Okay. 4 turns. Shoot. Okay, so here's what we do. We're going to chase them off. Scrap this. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this design for the moment either. We'll build some MPG 3s and send them up here. Okay, design. We don't need the, we don't need the reserve fuel tanks. Give it the extra point of maneuverability. How much does it cost to upgrade the computer? Is this worthwhile doing? Probably. It does make the ship more expensive, but attack level 0 doesn't hit much. MPG 3. We'll do 1 turn. 1 turn's worth. And then we'll send them up there. It's probably good just to have them sitting here in general, so we can chase off colony ships that want to come try and poach that spot. All right, leap forward. Fortunately, leap forward's going to have to build bases for a while, even after it's done its factories. That said, we're already 57 out of... we need 150 factories there. All right, so you're building that. You can do research for this turn. I would also like to not lose contact with the Sakura, but unfortunately, if I lose that planet... Queuing up the... I'm queuing up the wrong ship. Thanks, guys. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys both had it in the chat. I appreciate it. Too similar on the name there, unfortunately. What's our trade up to, by the way? Not high now, but if we can get this to mature, it'll go up by a lot. Alrighty. I feel bad not having... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, the problem is just this 900 ship stack. If it wasn't for that, I would just try to fight off whatever's there, but it's not really going to work. Alright, let's see if we can get a spy into them. Oh, the bears have class 5 planetary shield. Let's trade them. They will trade this for robotics 3. I'm pretty confident they will trade this for robotics 3. Again, the advantages of diplomacy, being able to talk to people. Let's see if we can do it. I will definitely make that trade. They have toxic too. I told you they'd be willing to do this deal. This gives me safety. This is worthwhile. Yeah, controlled toxic is also nice. But I kind of would rather try to see if I can get controlled radiated from somebody, because controlled toxic does only unlock one planet for me right now. This means security. Yeah, and then the rest of the stuff is just whatever. Yeah. We'll see about maybe doing more trades later. All right, cool. That's what we wanted. Now they'll get more factories on their planets, obviously. So it's a nice tech for them, but it's a nice tech for us too. Now we, if we get attacked, we don't die. I think we need to wait one turn for the shield. Yeah, I can see how it won't say shield yet. I have to wait one turn for that. But that was big. Now we have the planetary shield. So now we have the one thing. That was like the one thing we were missing. Now we can actually look to get in potential scrapes with some of these AIs. I do wish I knew who was going to be nominated in the council, though. It's like it's a little frustrating not knowing who's nominated, who I might be up against in the council. Yeah, so they had controlled toxic. That's a now this is also another. They wouldn't have traded this because it's their top tech. Keep that in mind. If we can get the shields up, the Darlocks are kind of a juicy target to go after, in all honesty, because they're. Well, we don't have anything that can get past... We can't attack them yet. We don't have anything that can get past 8 points of shielding. But mass drivers would actually work against them. They only have Hyper X rockets, which are not especially strong rockets. We don't have any bombs is a problem. But, like, they don't look that... They don't have any weapons that are... Like, we literally defend against everything they have as soon as we build those shields. So, Darlocks could be a target, for sure. Now, the problem is their point planet... This is like the core of their fleet keeps coming here over and over again, but maybe it shifts away. And this is not a well-defended planet either. This is a small planet, so this could be absolutely a place to hit them and get some technology. The Sakura also are a very real target too, because they look pretty weak. All right. 40 MPGs, that'll be enough to chase away. And we might as well send the... slow movers up there too, even though they're not going to make it there in time. But these guys will be there in 3 turns. And this is due to arrive in... Wait, 2 turns? What the heck? 2 turns? What? Wait a minute. Why does this take 3 turns to get there? Shouldn't it be 2 turns? Hold on. Let me do this. This was literally the last turn. I just saved it. Okay. Angry. Relocate this here. I think that gets there in 2 turns. Did they redesign their colony ship in mid-flight or something? All right, now we get there in 2 turns. Little micro undoing of a potential past mistake. Now we'll be there in time to chase them off. Okay. Nebula and... it was the Nebula bug. Yeah, movement times through the Nebula are bugged in this game. All right, we're not getting attacked anywhere else, are we? Nope. Okay. Jinga's apparently the core planet. Well, we're about to find out what's on that purple planet, too. All right, leap forward. How close are you to maxing your factories? Not that far off, although we have terraforming tech that's pretty close to getting terraforming tech too, which will increase your size. That's a good thing though, not a bad thing. All right, you need to go to the reserve. You're back to research spending, and yeah. All right. I mean, we're about to get our next gun tech. We're about to get another engine. I mean, like with fusion drives plus hard beam, we have stuff that's pretty good at ship-to-ship combat. And then auto repair. Yeah, like auto repair plus fusion drive plus hard beam. I mean, that's the recipe for one of those huge. And we have good shields. We have class 4 deflectors, which is strong for this stage of the game. So we have the recipe to build a huge lumbering, healing ship. Which should be pretty solid. Oh, I should have checked to see if the Sakura had the, I have a, well, okay, great. Nothing there, okay. All right, we did get a report on these guys. We might lose contact with them soon, so. Okay, what do they have here? Very little. They got a lot of planetology tech. Oh, they have controlled radiated. Oh. I would dearly like to get that. I would really like to get that. And their computer tech is not very good. If the problem is, I'm afraid we're going to lose contact with them here. Their weapons are terrible. Let's see if we can trade for battle suits. Let's see if we can get something for battle suits. They're pretty weak here overall. I'm just worried. I'm worried I'm going to drop out of contact with them because if they take that planet, we're going to lose contact with one another. Yeah, let's get the battle suits. What do they want? I will give the improved space scanner for them. I mean, it helps their computer level, but like the AI doesn't need the scanner. I'm not giving you scatter pack or class 5 planetary shield. The AI cheats with map vision in this game. So I mean, like this increases their computer level, but that's all it does. I'll take that. No, if they take it, so Darkuna said if they take it, won't you still be in contact with them because they have the planet? No, because the only reason I have the planet is because I put extended range on a colony ship. It'll be outside that. Let's see if we can. Okay. Maybe with the non-aggression pact they'll turn back. It's possible. They might turn back. You never know. I'm not willing to turn on spying with them just yet. I did, yeah, so I got a non-aggression pact. We'll see if that works. There's a chance they still attack. There's also a chance they might just turn back, though. Oh. I just effed this up, didn't I? I just screwed this up because now they can colonize this. Oh my god. I just messed this up. I gotta reload this. I just needed to wait one more turn to do that. That's super annoying. Alright. That's super annoying. Yeah, now they caught me with it. Yep. We gotta chase them away first. Okay. Because I don't want them to have this planet. I want to chase them off that. Alright. Super annoying. And we did not get the spying report. Although now I know what they have, so I can make that same trade deal. I'll just do that now. Because I know what they have now. Battle suits for improved space scanner. Just do the same thing again. Just in case I lose contact with these guys. Alright. Yeah, that was pretty dumb. I was like, alright, well now I messed up with them. And we have one, yeah, because we can chase them away and then sign a non-aggression pact the next turn. Because it doesn't line up exactly there. Alright. Home to... Oh, you are feeding the reserve. Okay. Well, we need another turn's worth of reserve spending here. Alright. Alright. Made one little mistake in diplomacy. And there's that empty planet. Okay. And we're getting there on our next tech discovery too. Okay, so now we chase them away. All right. There's the scouting report. Oops, I still have another tick with these guys, don't I? We've been able to keep a report on the bears for some time now. I'd love to get that controlled toxic, but I'd probably have to steal it. Probably. Anyway, now we actually could fight the bears on the ground if we had to, because we have the hand lasers. We neutralize that. We have the deflector shield. Neutralize that. We have the battle suits. Neutralize that. So they would be up Zortrium to our Durloy, and then just the Borathi combat advantage. But, like, that's not that bad. All right. I already did a reserve spending here. And we should be getting about ready to pop some of these techs. Can almost put together a warship that's worth fighting. All right. All right, good. We got them to back off. Now, we'll see if we can sign the non-aggression pact. See if it were. I mean, if they just blow up my colony anyway, which they still could, by the way, just because we have a non-aggression pact doesn't mean that they're going to leave my colony alone. They still could blow it up. But if they do choose to leave it alone, then we could be set there. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of text ready to pop here. So let's save this, see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll go from there. All right. There's a non-aggression pact. Now, this does mean I can't chase them off that planet in the north again. And, like, that is part of the danger. That said, if they colonize this, it would be a place... Well, I was going to say a place I could attack and invade to steal tech, but it's actually not. All right, well, let's see what happens here. I'd also love to know what's on these enemy ships, but... At least we're advancing through the tech tree really, really quickly. Well... Missiles. They mostly have missiles on these ships. Oh. Council vote. We're up against the Borathi. Interesting. Interesting. Now I at least know a little bit more. I wish I had just like more knowledge about what's going on in the galaxy. Okay, so they have 6 votes. That's not that many. Not even close to a veto block. Kitty's pretty small. 3 votes. The Klakons are small, wherever they are. The Darlocks, okay, the Darlocks are close to passing the Borathi. This is good. We're going to be able to vote for the Borathi. Okay, the Sakra voted for them. My 2. So 16 out of 27. That doesn't win, right? Just to be clear, 16 out of 27. Nope, not enough. So we can vote for them. Finally had a council vote. Okay. All right, yeah, so they did not attack yet. So I think we can start sending some pop here, I think. I'll save it and then see, because I really want to stand this planet up. I just didn't want to send population over here if they're just going to blow it up again. All right, so leap forward is maxed out. Excellent. We don't have to reserve spend here anymore, and we'll start getting... Oh, we have to build the missile... What am I thinking? We have to build the stupid missile bases. Duh. I forgot about that. Hope doesn't need one because it's so far in the back lines. Angry, you need to start... Well, let's save here. If they somehow blow this up between turns, Angry, you need to start sending pop over here to Forge. It's going to take a little while. Yeah. If we can get the propulsion tech... Well, the propulsion tech's not that close to popping. I think we can do like 15 and regrow it in a turn. So we can just do 2 turns of that. And anything left over we'll put into getting those shields up. Okay. Well, we didn't lose contact with them. That's great. I'm hoping to get an update on the Darlocks. Yeah, I really wish I could get this controlled toxic from the bears. I'd also would really like it if I could get the Darlocks and the Borathi to fight each other, but... If I were to fight someone, I think the Sakra might be the ones. The Sakra are pretty weak. Like, I think they're the weakest of these 3 races. Whoops, I didn't intend to keep doing that. Yeah, and they have controlled radiated, which is the tech I want desperately. I think they're the ones to go after. Their shielding is weak. Their missiles are weak. Their weapons are pretty bad. Yeah, I think they're the ones to go after. Now, they're in a bunch of alliances, but I can disrupt that. if it gets time. So I think that we're going to try to focus that. Now, the problem is invading them with pop transports is, like, impossible. Really, really nasty. But I do have a pretty big ground combat advantage. I could take one planet. I could start. What do they have in terms of ground combat? All right. They have Durloy battle suit. They don't have the personal deflector shield, though. So we would have an advantage over them. Okay. There's no runaway in this galaxy, which is great. Wait, are they going for the... Okay. They're going back. Okay, they're going back here again. So we can't chase them off this planet. That's the downside. But we kept Forge. So if we traded Forge for them having that toxic planet, that is a freaking win in my book. That is a huge win. Okay. I will take that any day of the week. Okay. Yeah. That's... Okay, so they're going to get the toxic planet because I can no longer chase them away. But as I said, that's that's a great trade for us. Ultra Rich Inferno. Cool. All right. You're on shield duty. You're regrowing the pop for up there. Did you already build your shield? Oh, you did. Okay. Okay, and sure. You can do a turn's worth of base building. Hope. I do want you to have the shield built. Even planets in the backline, you want to have the shield built. Okay. So I will just preemptively move these ships out of the way. Because we can't keep them off that planet, so no point in bothering. Alright. Unfortunately, we still don't have access to any other planets here. That radiated world, if we could ever get controlled radiated from the Sakra. But we can't. And it's unfortunate that we don't have that. But, you know, if we invaded one of their planets and captured controlled radiated, then we... Excuse me, then we could go after that toxic planet. All right, when's the next council vote anyway? Just out of curiosity. 2410. Okay, we got 15 turns until the next council vote. We're actually, again, holding really strong in technology. And we have good relations with everybody because we're the humans. You usually do. Okay, better hitting them than us. All right. Bastion's got the shield built. You already have the shield built. I actually have not been... I've been forgetting to check every turn to make sure that we're not getting attacked, which is kind of a big deal. That's the whole point of having that scout. All right, so they've grabbed that planet for now. Again, that's a potential place to come get them later on. All right, again, Forge can't really do much until the pop transports get there, and then we can build the planet up super fast. Okay. So let's see. I'll wait one turn, and then I'll send another 15, because I need like one turn to terraform, and then another 15 mil can come in after that. All right, we got some key techs that are getting ready to pop, especially the planetology. Another 20 million pop on each planet. I mean, we'll be able to get this to 75 ultra rich. That's going to be pretty juicy. And for right now, I think we're just content chilling. We still need more techs before we can really go after anybody. Hopefully these guys haven't developed any new weapons recently. Borathi have not developed anything new recently either. But we've been able to keep a spy in their territory for ages. I wonder if it's actually worth trying to spy on them, because even if they caught me, they're probably not declaring war if they're at peaceful. And they're my council opponent anyway, so I don't really have to worry about... Like, even if they did declare war, the only thing they have that's dangerous is... actually, they have the death spores. That's the only thing. But if I could somehow get controlled... Well, controlled toxic doesn't do that much for me. I don't know. I guess the thing is there's not really anything I want from them aside from controlled toxic. And even then, I can't get that toxic planet in the north. So there's not really anything they have I want. So I guess there's no point in trying to spy. Range tech would be nice, too. This is actually a game where increased range... Getting like a range 8 or range 9 would actually be helpful. Because then we could maybe see if there's something else to colonize down here. And we might be able to talk to the other two races who we can't even interact with right now. But no AI running away with the game is a really positive sign. That's what we want. All right. Leap forward. Leap forward. You're a smallish planet, so you need like 10 bases. And you're also along the potential front lines. All right, Angry. Did you actually build your base yet? No, you're still working on the shield. All right, we need another 15 million pop going over here to Forge, because that'll take care of the terraforming. Because it'll be a larger size after it terraforms. Okay. And you should have your shield after that. All right. 3 more turns for the pop to start arriving. And then we do have reserve spending for there yet. We might need more reserve spending soon, but we're okay for the moment. Here comes the pop transports into Tau. The AI always does that. They will always send to any new colony to get it started. So they're pretty good about that. All right, hope you're going to have your missile base finished, then you can go back on to teching. And hopefully we'll pop the terraforming tech soon, too. There's clearly just a lot of hostile planets in this galaxy. All right, Angry remaxes. Angry might want some more shields at some point, but I think it's okay for the moment. All right, where are all these ships going? Now, the sad thing that's not... Here's the annoying thing is because Tau is up here, there's going to be 1 billion Sakra ships flying back and forth in this part of space. Like, they're going to run back and forth to Tau over and over and over again. So that's not ideal, but Forge just needs to become an unassailable, like, missile... Like, unassailable fortress in the middle of Sakra space. And I want one of these. Let's home to jump a turn into the reserve. So we have reserve spending from there. But we know have the improved space scanner, so we know we're not being targeted by anyone. And the Darloks are going to go scout that out. So far, things are going pretty well. Did we get an updated report on the Darloks yet? We did. Okay. Again, they have not advanced their tech. They don't really have anything we want. Like, there's really nothing here they have. I could maybe trade for this jammer tech, but like that's a pretty low priority. They don't really have anything we want, so I think we're content to just keep chilling here. Overall, things are going pretty well. We just need like, as I said, we just need like 50 bases on Forge. I'm not even exaggerating here. All right. Oh wait, the lying screen due to the nebula takes 1 extra turn to get there at Forge. That's annoying. Just one of those things. And, oh, Leap Forward is actually building bases at a pretty good rate. Actually able to do 2 in 1 turn. I did not expect that. Look at that. We've got multiple techs in the percentages here. Okay. And did we get the spy? Oh, we did get a spy report on these guys. That's right. We can dial down our spying, actually. We'll just do 1 click to keep... Just do 1 tick to keep us current right now. Our trade... By the way, look at our trade income. We're getting 500 BC from trade income. That is a lot. I mean, our planets get 2,000 and we get 500 from... Like, that's a lot of trade income. So we didn't get any text to pop there either. We've got quite a few that are in the percentages. All right, now finally Forge can start... I think we want terraforming. Let's see. So it can do... we'll do 50 BC on this initial turn. Put the rest into factories. Because this will get it to 40... Yeah, this will work. And then we'll do another terraforming on the following turn. We still have enough in the reserve, right? Yeah, we have plenty in the reserve for what we need right now. Yeah, I want Leap Forward to be around 10 bases too, just because it's a smaller... Like, if I need to build bases at Bastion, like, I can crank out bases pretty fast. I can do 6 per turn with reserve spending here. But Bastion can... Or Leap Forward can only do, like, 1 per turn, going up to 2 per turn. So I need, like, 10 bases to start, because I can't crash build them as fast if I have to. In terms of... We have a council vote in 10 turns. This is rough. I don't know who I'm going to be up against. I don't know if I'm going to be against the Bulrathi or the Darloks, so I have to be a little careful. Of course, they're just allied with the Sakra. Sakra are allied with both of them. Okay. Not trying to stir up trouble just yet. If somebody looks like they're getting aggressive, I will. Oh, over here? Okay. Hi, kitty. I mean, you're welcome to scout out the planet. There's nothing here. It's an empty spot. You can check it out all you want. Yeah. I'll just hold here. Alright, Forge. Double your production for this turn. We'll be able to finish the current terraforming. Of course, we have another terraforming tech that's about to pop. I'm kind of hoping that this terraforming tech will pop and I can grow that planet. But, alright, construction does not need more than this, because auto repair is not super valuable. Let's put this in force fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still trying to see if I can get the Planetary Shield 10, although it's less of a priority now that I got the Planetary Shield 5 in a trade. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on tech there. Not assassination. Okay. We're actually in the middle of the pack. Look at this. We're actually not that far behind in tech. And like in the soccer, do not really have that much tech either. We're pretty contemporary with the leading AIs, which is very rare. Normally, the only way you can keep pace with the AI on Impossible is to invade and steal tech in in invasions. But that is not the case here. All right. Now, watch how fast we can build factories here. Ultra-rich planets. Size 39, it's already building 36 factories per turn. Yeah. How many bases could we build? We could already build 3 bases per year here. And again, we're about to get a terraforming tech that's going to take it up to size 75. Then we just need to get the pop in there. You know what I should do? I should start sending pop right now. Because by the time they get over there, we'll have the terraforming tech in play. Although, actually, no. We'll wait for this propulsion tech to pop, because the transports will move much faster if I wait until we have that terraforming tech. Or propulsion tech ready. Although, apparently, we're just not popping any of our techs. We're just going to get everything in the percentages right now. Anyway. Oh my god. Okay. Well, this might actually max out all the factories this turn. Considering how fast these... This is probably going to max forge out on factories. Yeah, ultra rich planets are they're hot commodities. We do need a little bit more. I mean, that planet can feed the reserve really soon, but for right now it can't. Still not getting attacked anywhere. And everybody... Oh, wow. These guys are allied with 3 AI powers. Good thing they're not going to be nominated in the council. I still don't even know who I'm going to be up against in the next vote. I hit the pot transport pretty well. All right, there we go. Oh, well, we hit the weapons first. This means we didn't discover any of the other techs because it goes down vertically in terms of checking. But this is still good. Now, we'd like a bomb if we can. Okay, we definitely want a bomb. Those are the antimatter torpedoes, which are pretty nasty. But we need a bomb to get through shielding. And Omega V will get us to the next tier. So with Omega V, we'll be able to attack anyone. No one will have shielding strong enough to stop Omega V bombs. Okay, so I'm going to have Forge just put everything into industry here. Because anything extra will just go in the reserve, which is what we want. Or how many more factories does it need? Oh, it needs 2 more factories if I'm reading that. Is that right? No, it needs, never mind. It needs 165. So it needs more than. So yeah, we'll just put anything extra will go in the reserve. And then we'll start stacking up bases after that. Thankfully, though. Okay, and over here, leap forward's at 9. I'm down to stop base splitting there. Still not getting attacked anywhere. Maybe we'll finally... Maybe we'll finally pop one of these techs that we're waiting on. You know, this is the second construction tech that is just sat at, like... remember, the actual odds are double what's listed here. I always say that just to remind folks. Once you get up to, like, 1/3 odds, you can usually stop spending unless it's, like, a super high priority tech. Because if it's at 1/3 odds, it'll come within the next 2 or 3 turns most of the time. But this is twice now we've had construction get to those 1/3 odds and just sit there long turns on end. Would you use the reserve growth trick on Forge? Yeah, you can actually pump the reserve and get more out than what you put in, which only works on ultra rich. Maybe, you know, we will. I think we will do that because then we can just shuffle over here to the artifacts planet. But we need to get a ridiculous number of bases on Forge first, because I will not be content until, as I said, I have about 50 bases there. All right, auto repair. We might get more techs because this is the first in the vertical order. All right, there's our terraforming tech. Right before the council. This is good. This will be worth another vote. Let's see. We get 20 million more on 6. This is worth another vote in the council, just for safety's sake. And it costs 80 BC to do the terraforming. Oh, we hit everything. We hit every single tech. Nice. All right. So to advance the tech tree, we can take reduced industrial waste or Zortrium. Or wait, does the industrial waste advance? Actually, the waste, I believe, does not advance the tech tree, if I'm remembering this correctly. Yes, we have to take Zortrium to advance the tree, so that's a no choice there. I already have reduced waste 60%. I already have reduced waste 80%, so I don't really need that. My waste cleanup's fine. And, oh, there's the atmospheric terraforming. Excellent. Now, if we just have advanced soil at the next tier, if we're missing advanced soil, that's going to be a bit of a downer. But we have atmospheric, so that's great. All right. So we have Warp 2 engines. Then we got Warp 3. Then we got Warp 4. And we have to research Warp 5 to advance the tree. So, okay, I guess so. If I had known that, I would have done Energy Pulsar, but I did not know that. Anyway, we hit in every field. That's excellent. Okay. All right, time to do the terraforming. And we'll just start on the homeworld. So it's 80 BC to do the terraforming. Better to go over than under. How many more turns until the council vote? 5. Okay, so we will definitely be nominated. I don't know if we'll be up against the Darlock or the Bulrathi. It's hard. I hate it when the two AIs are like super close together because it's hard to know. I might, and I definitely do not have a 1/3 veto block, so I might have to try to stir up something just to be on the safe side. I just don't know who. I don't think either of them will be able to win, but I don't like not knowing, if that makes sense. I wish I knew who I was up against. I would feel better. But like, they're basically even in pop, so it could be either of them. Forge, you will also do your terraforming. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have any easy way to get pop over here, so I'll just have to grow the pop, but I can do that. Leap forward, why don't you stay on research spending for us? I'll do the terraforming so you can grow some pop naturally, but I'll keep you on research because you're my least important planet. I'm sorry to say that, but you are. And then this is what we need. Remember, we need to spend 160 at the artifacts planet because it gets its research doubled. Okay, so we need to put construction back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5. I've been keeping the spending pretty even in this game. Alrighty. Not getting attacked anywhere. That's good. We have a little reserve spend. Look at our trade income. Look at this. This is pretty wild. It's a lot of trade income. So that's another reason why, if there's no real danger, I don't need to rush to attack someone in this game. We're in a very safe position. I still think the Sakura are probably going to be the best target, but like, no need to risk a council vote. We're actually kind of out researching some of these guys, and late game tends to be better for the human anyway. But yeah, the Sakura, I still think I think they've got to be our target long term. And then the Bulrathi. I mean, we have to go. That's literally our variant is we're going after the Sakura and the Bulrathi. So might as well get started on that. At least they're both close to us. It would be annoying if they were like both on the other side of the galaxy or something like that. All right. So what's our news? We can now get up to 420 factories. We might actually hit that this turn at Angry, but I'm not going to measure it out. If we get a little extra in the reserve, it's okay. Even though I don't really need to do that anymore. Our new factory total here is what? What is 165 times 3? And it's like 500, right around 500, 495, something like that. Something rather high. I think these planets will mostly max out next turn on factories, and then we can grow the pop they're missing relatively quickly. All right, Forge. Forge, we have plenty of reserves, so I'm just going to double your production here. So let's get as many pop as we can. Now, you can only grow 1/4 of the planet's pop in a single turn. So we'll do the 14, and then whatever's left over goes into industry, because you are going to, yeah, you are not far off maxing factories already. I just need the population is all I really need here. And leap forward, you just are on our research for right now. Okay. We are still spending on tech just a little bit. Yeah, the first range we can get is 10 now. We've missed out on so many range techs, it's kind of wild. When we get a little closer to the council vote, well, actually we are getting pretty close to the council vote. I just wish I knew who. I think I'd like to get the Bulrathi and the Sakura fighting each other. Let me see if I can stir that up. Proposed treaty. Sometimes it's just too easy. This is one thing that I do think is one of the cheesier things you can do. The AI should not the AI should not do this, but now I've stirred up fighting Oh, they got controlled radiated now too. Now I've stirred up fighting between these two. So now they won't vote for each other in the council. That pretty much means the Borathi will not win a council vote election. Because the Sakra won't vote for them. And now I'll be able to... Now they'll waste production fighting each other. And then hopefully I can hit the Sakra while they're engaged with the Borathi. So that I mean, it's just a little too easy. Again, there's a reason why the Taciturn variant is a tough variant. Is because you lose the ability to do this stuff. Not said, remember how much the Silicoids and Borathi fought without this, and you will not feel bad about it anymore. Yeah, Forge already maxed out. Look at that. It already maxed out its factories. That's absurd. So we just need to finish growing its pop, and then build... Yeah, it can build a lot of bases. Again, but the problem is there's no shields here, so we really, really do need a lot of bases to be safe there. Like, a lot. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a lot of bases. Okay, we're going to grow the missing pop on these planets that are missing it so that they max out again. And Hope should be almost done its factories. It should be really close. Needs 6 more factories. So that shouldn't take all this spending. We'll just put... That's probably more than we need on industry, but that should get it maxed out or close to it. And now Leap Forward can go over to... building its factories. Thanks for holding the research load. Leap Forward. Yeah, these ultra rich planets are pretty hot commodities. If I were to use reserve spending, I could probably get like 15 bases a turn here, but we don't. There's no need for that. All right, let's see if these guys actually do go after each other. And did we get a... Who's our oldest spy report with? They're all about the same. Let's just do 2 ticks and we'll just rotate it from person to person. Again, I don't see much need to spy right now. And we have a council vote in a couple turns. All right. Yep. Forge. 7 base. Yeah, so we could do almost 15. We could probably do 15 bases a turn if we used reserve spending here. So if we actually did come under threat, we'd be in good shape. All right. It says that it built a planetary shield, but it's in the nebula. Like, it says that it built it, but it actually didn't, is my understanding. I don't think it did. Yep, so we're going to get up to 50-ish bases. Later on in the game, I'll probably want over 100 there. Oh, I thought it would max... Okay, there's 3 more factories to build. Wait. It's 2... Wait a minute. Wait, no, we're not close to maxing factories here. It's 3 times pop... Oh, never mind, we're not close to maxing factories here because it's 3 times pop size. Never mind. I must have misread that. It's 210. Okay, yeah, we're not close at all. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong planet. Duh. I was looking at... I was getting Leap Forward confused with Hope. Hope's the one I was thinking of. Okay, and Hope's not that close to... Okay, Hope needs more factories too. That's my bad. It needs 240 here. Whoops. Oh well, I mean it's not a bad idea. I was gonna grow those grow that pop anyway. Yeah, look at this. So now we have plenty of reserve spending, so we don't need to worry about that. And we'll just sock that away. And we can double the research on our artifacts planet once we have enough bases to feel secure over there. But, I mean, we're teching reasonably fast. About to get the class 5. Will class 10 planetary shield be at the next tier? Because it can be at the next tier. Like, I could design a ship right now, but I don't... Like, is it worthwhile to do that? Maybe. Maybe we can go after the Sakra. Let's see what we could... are we close to pop? Okay, we're close to popping. We want to pop this force... you know what? Let's pop these 2 techs, and then we'll see what we can design. Because I'd feel much better with BC5 on a ship as opposed to BC2. Let's pop these, and then we'll see what we can do in terms of shipbuilding. I'm going to need that much time to build up... okay, yeah, you just need to build grow your last 3 pop. I'm going to need that time to build up defenses at Forge anyway. As I said, I need 50-ish bases here for safety's sake. Okay, Leap Forward. You still need a lot of factories. And everybody else is just on research. Yeah, we're kind of killing it on research. Another turn or 2 on force fields, and I can move that away. And we should get a council vote right now, too. I'm not worried about this council vote. I'm pretty sure I'm up against the Borathi again. Yeah, and the soccer will not vote for them because they're at war. And they only have 6 out of 30 votes. That's only 20%. Like they're not even remotely. No one is close to a veto block. I think I have 7. Oh, no, I think I have either 7 or 8 at this point. So I'm getting closer. Yeah, they voted for me. Okay, I'm just hoping I can vote for the... Okay, oh wow, I got votes from 2 of them. All right, yeah, I have 7. Yeah, I can vote for the Borathia. That gets them to 19 out of 30, which is not enough. So I'm 7. Yeah, I would need 10. Okay, so I'm not that close to a veto block, but good news is they're not. Nobody else is close to a veto block either. I would have been safe regardless. I was not particularly worried about that council vote, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, this planet Jenga does still look like a good target for an attack. The problem is... oh, wait, no. Was that... I thought I had to scout on this planet. Oh, you know what I was looking at? I was looking at... I don't want to invade that world. I don't know how big this planet is, unfortunately. Well, we can't invade this planet, unfortunately. This would be an easy target, but we can't invade there because we can't get to controlled toxic planets. Everybody else is still just doing their factories. You only need 6 more factories, so we'll have you start growing your pop for yourself. And you'll be maxed out shortly, too. We can start allocating away from force fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's high enough that we should get that soon. Races. We got a report on these guys. Do they have anything new that's scary? Not really. Nope. And they don't have a planetary shield. Oh, wow. Look at this. They're at war with everybody. Okay. Sakura. Set target for Sakura. I would really want this controlled radiated. They only have 5. Yeah, they have 5 points of shielding and Hyper X rockets. That's not good. That's not scary. And everybody hates them, too. We'll just keep rotating this around. So we're going after them. Even though they're an ally right now, they won't be for much longer. But let's pop these techs, and then we'll start building ships. And by that point, we should have 40 to 50 missile bases over Forge, which is what I'm looking for. Where we're going to get the population to invade, I don't know. But we'll figure it out. We do have pretty good ground technology. All right, and then leap forward is going to be good to go back on research as well. Just make sure no one's attacking us. Nope. Remember to break the non-aggression pact. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. So again, we have 30% odds to discover that. By the way, we're actually kind of making pretty good progress on the next tier of weaponry too. All right. Well, we did not pop the computer tech, but that's understandable. We had lower odds. All right, let's just look at the let's just look at this force field tree. I want to point out we're rated excellent in force fields. Now that doesn't increase our odds to have more techs there. So class 2 deflectors, no choice. Okay. Class 3 deflectors, no choice. Okay. Class 4 deflectors, no choice. Class 5 deflectors, no choice. Class 6 deflectors, no choice. Well, so we missed personal deflector, planetary shield 5. We missed repulsor. We missed personal absorption shield, and we missed the class 10 planetary shield. But and then watch, we'll probably just have class 7 at the next tier. I mean, as I said, I think our tech tree has not been that bad overall, but yeah. It's just funny because we're excellent in this field and we can't seem to find a tech. So we're kind of wasting some of our advantage in this field that way. But anyway, all right. So now we need to turn our spending back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm actually I'm a little over allocated in planetology, even though I always give planetology a lot of precedence because it's so important economically. All right. So now we're just waiting for our computers tech to pop. I'm getting 3,000 RP per turn. These guys, everybody still hates these guys. They haven't really advanced their tech. 8 bases. Yeah, well, there's our 50 There's our 50 missile bases that I wanted. So now we'll start feeding the reserve. So do we have reserve to spend? We do. We're going to have more of it. So what do we do when we have extra reserve to spend? Plow it into our artifacts world. And get 1400 RP per turn. Yeah. We're actually getting pretty... Actually making a lot of progress on Zortrium too, but I'm not waiting for that. I'll design a ship if we can get this BC to pop. And planetology is like halfway there too. Jeez. Okay. It's about time to upgrade our trade deal too. Let's see if we can do that with okay, we got an updated report on the Borathi. They don't have anything new in terms of... They have a lot of construction tech, but god, their computer tech is awful. Absolutely terrible computer tech. We could 100% steal from them, but I'm not interested in fighting, making an enemy of them as well. I'm just wondering if there's anything... Would there anything I would want to trade for? They would trade controlled toxic, so that is a possibility. Let's actually see if there's... Let's just see if there's anything we could get. Controlled toxic would let us invade that soccer planet, which would not be a bad initial target to go after. Let's just see if there's anything we can get. An II tech would not be bad either. Improved industrial, I mean, because we have we only have II9, so we're kind of missing out there. We'll just see if there's anything we can get. Exoskeleton would be nice to get too. Okay, they are willing to trade for this. What do they want for it? I'll trade that for fusion drives, right? What engines do they have? They have sublight drives. Okay, so they have warp 3, and they want me to... I could give them warp 4, or I could give them another shielding tech. I'd rather give them the engines. The AI does not use speed that well in this game. I'm down for that. Okay, so now we can invade. Now we can invade that planet, and that's the obvious target to go after first, because it's much more weakly held. There are no variant rules in play for this game. If anything, this game is showing what you can actually do with diplomacy. It's a way of showing like, hey, I really had like my hands tied behind my back in terms of that last game. All right, yeah, we just want that tech to pop, which should pop really soon. And now that we can actually go there, yeah, that planet. Plus, we can invade because we already got a scout on this world. So yeah, no bases. We just have to chase off some of their ships. Sounds good. We still didn't get that tech to pop. Okay, I mean it's been sitting around. It's sitting there at pretty good odds. The sad thing is we're like halfway now. We almost have Zortrium now unlocked, but I'm not waiting that long. I can always redesign another ship. And the Omega V is halfway done too. But no. I want to get a move on. The soccer are diplomatically isolated now, so it's a great time to start grinding through them. Again, we're getting 3,000 RP per turn. Okay. I'm like, okay, is this tech gonna pop? I guess the odds aren't that high, but they're not that low either. Well, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. I think we're slowly losing reserve spending by doing this, but... did we get a Darlock spying report yet? We did. Okay. Let's stay away from fighting these guys. They have Omega V-bombs. Let's stay the heck away from these guys. I don't want to fight them. They would make my bases look irrelevant. So we know who to stay away from. But that's fine. The soccer are weak and everybody hates them. So they're such an easy target to go after. Are we... Like, what? Are we going to get this tech to pop? Now it's like... Alright, now I guess we will wait for Zortrium. Because this is about... ready to pop here. I guess now we will wait for Zortrium before we do anything. And we're about to get atmospheric terraforming too. Okay. Not that we have a lot of hostile planets, but... Alright. Sure, why not? Artifacts Planet Hope. I'm on the wrong world. Oh, I wanted to dial up my trade agreements with the bears and the Darlocks. Let's see if we can do that. That just about doubles it. Same thing with these guys. And we might as well get a non-aggression pact with the Darlocks too, if they're willing to sign it. Funny how every time I do a trade agreement... There we go. Every time we do a trade deal, I've gotten the exact same amount with both of these guys. Alright, we got a spy with them, so we'll rotate, I guess, back to the Darlocks. They don't have any... Okay, they still just have a bunch of guns. Graviton Beam is not especially scary. They just have guns. They do have some nice stuff in their planetology tree. I really like the radiated, and I don't think they're going to put death spores on their ships. Hopefully not, because that's pretty outdated now, and the AI likes to put advanced stuff on their designs. But yeah, I mean, the way is really clear to hit these guys. If I could just... I really don't want to attack when I have a huge battle computer upgrade about to take place. And I can get antidote if I need it too, correct. Oh my god, why is this tech not popping? It's been sitting at like real odds in the like 20 to 35% range for like the last 6 or 7 turns. That's pretty unlucky. Alrighty, well, let's keep doing the same thing. We're not getting attacked anywhere. Sure helps being able to manipulate diplomacy. Makes a big difference. Alright. And the fighting between these guys, no planets are... Look at that, they got a radiated planet. That's great. That's actually probably good. That means we can take these planets and they won't... Oh, wait, but we do have to genocide them. I was like, then we won't get the genocide penalty. Oh, wait, we do need to take them out. All right, battle computer. Can we get Zortrium on the same turn? No. Okay. Out of these options, we actually have no choice. We only have advanced space scanner. I don't know if I would have taken this. I would have liked to have gotten an ECM jammer attack, but this is the only choice to move the tree forward, so we have no choice. All right. Let's design something. We'll probably get Zortrium to pop by the time that we actually are ready to finish a ship design anyway. Alrighty. Do we have any designs we can scrap? We can probably scrap some of these, but for now I'll leave them in place. Alright. Design. Obviously we want a huge to build because we have the auto repair. So first things to do, put our specials on. We want the battle scanner because it's super cheap and it gives us information on what we're fighting. And it also gives us an extra level of attack level. It takes us up at attack level. Duralloy, we want the fusion drives. I'm going to keep the speed relatively low on this so I can cram more stuff in. We want our best computer, and we want our best shield. Now, all that takes up a lot of space, but on the plus side, it means we're really tanky. So we can put... Now, we can't fit too many hard beams on here. But... we're like a big lumbering, yeah, like and then we'll put the one missile I always put on, so that you can move and fire. So this is our Beamer 4. I would feel better if we had Zortrium because that would get us up to 1200 health, and then we're regenerating. What is it? You regenerate 15% per turn? I mean, we're pretty tanky, though. The class 5 shields, we actually, like, soak up damage pretty well. We don't deal a lot of damage, but we can, like, take a punch really well. All right, so let's start building this. 5 years. Again, by the time we'll build this on all of our big planets. Oops. We probably need, like, 1 rotation of these. And then once we get like 1 round of these out of each planet, then we can look to go on the offensive. Again, I'm hoping that Zortrium should pop before these finish, and then I can just redesign it with that. I could have technically already started building these, but... Now, this means, of course, our research rate's going to fall off, but... we still have a decent amount going in. We should pop these relatively quickly. And this is our chance to start gaining territory. Alright, so we are no longer feeding the reserve to double our research spending. Alright, I don't see anything to change there. Races. Yeah, these guys, they got the personal absorption shield. They still don't have like if we really need something. So if we actually do start getting hit by death spores, we could trade robotics 3 to these guys for the biotoxicity. Oh wait, actually no, that's their most advanced tech. We couldn't actually trade it to them. But if, as soon as they get another planetology tech, we'd be able to trade it. We also have atmospheric terraforming coming in soon, and like that has immense trade value as well. So we could get something good for atmospheric terraforming too, if we needed it. Not that I really don't see anything these AIs have that I want that badly, which is rare for me to be in that situation where I'm like, I don't really need, like, there's stuff that would be nice to have. The Daleks have bombs, true, but I'm researching the same tech, and I actually have it like 3/4 done, so there's no need to trade for that. I just don't want to fight the Darloks because they've got those Omega Vs, which would just ignore my bases. All right. Again, still hoping that we're going to pop this. Why is it the construction always takes forever to pop? We still have 3 more turns until... All right, there we go. Zortrium. So now we'll just redesign that same ship. Even though armored exoskeleton would be nice for fighting, we only have improved industrial 9. We really need this to make our factories cheaper. This is a big econ tech. And I can also maybe get this in invasions or trades. So I'm going to take II5. Alrighty, let's redesign this. So design. Actually, I'm going to scrap this. Use the same design. Alright, here we go. Sword trio. And note that we now have more space as well. Not that we could fit a lot more gun. We can fit another. We were able to go up to the Zortrium and fit another gun on here. Actually, if we remove the nuclear missile, can we fit another gun? No. Okay. All right. It'd be nice if I could spell, wouldn't it? Beamer 4. But we got one more gun, and now we got more HP. So before we were regenerating 900 times 0.5. We were regenerating 135 per turn, and now we regenerate 180 per turn. Makes us a lot tankier, especially against, like... Alright, now we do have to go through and reassign this on all our planets. Okay, 2 turns. So that we're not building hundreds of scouts. That's always funny when that happens. Yeah, I think as soon as I have one round of these done, I'll go hit the Sakura. And I can even time it with pop transports incoming too. Yeah, they only have 1 base there, and they have no ships there. Yeah. We can blindside them. And hitting them is actually good for me diplomatically because everybody hates them. So like I'm not going to get a diplo penalty for hitting them either. Like, the other races will like it when I hit them and take their... At least until my pop starts getting too big. Oh, okay. That one popped quickly. Okay, so it's 200 BC. Now, this only applies to 2 of my planets, but... Oh, no! We got a terrible roll. No advanced soil. Okay, hopefully we can get that from somebody. This is awful. This is the worst roll you could get in this field. Let me show you what it looks like. There are 2 really good techs at this tier. Hold on, I gotta put this. That sucks. So here we were just at this tier. We got advanced atmospheric. This tier has terraforming plus 50, which would be not great because we have plus 40. It has advanced soil enrichment, and then it has doom virus. This is completely useless because I'm not using bioweapons. Advanced soil would be immensely good for us because we have atmospheric terraforming. We could terraform every planet to be 50% bigger from its base size. But no, we have the useless doom virus now. Okay. Oh man, that stinks. Hopefully someone else will have this and we'll be able to trade for it or steal for it or something, or at least soil enrichment. If you have atmospheric terraforming but you can't get soil enrichment or advanced soil, you're just like wasting out on your whole advantage, on like your whole econ advantage. So that sucks, but there's nothing we can do. Got to move the tree. Yeah, it can't even be used as trade bait because I don't want to give it to anyone else. Ah well, that's a shame. Okay. Actually, I want Forge to relocate the leap forward as well. I don't want to be moving out of the nebula. It's too annoying. Oh, I got to do the atmospheric terraforming. Never mind. Okay, so we need 200 BC. It's a one-time cost. And I believe we'll get 20 more pop, I think. I think Inferno is plus 20. I know Dead, which is what Leap Forward is. Dead is only going to get, this planet's only going to get plus 10. But it will no longer be a hostile planet. And then it can benefit from soil enrichment down the road is the thing there. All right. We're not getting attacked, right? Okay, no. Our spies are doing a good job of keeping us up to date on what's going on here. So we just keep moving the spies around. I don't really see the need to try to steal stuff. I'm not going to up my trade deal with the soccer because I'm going to break it soonish. All right. Yeah, it was plus 20. Nice. Okay. And this was plus 10. Okay. I did remember correctly. Radiated goes plus 30. If you can terraform radiated with advanced soil, it goes to plus 30, which is really nice. All right. Build your factories to the max. This is actually nice because, well, you know what we should do? Let's finish the ship because it's gonna have some travel time to get over there. I'll wait one more turn. I'll do one turn of factories, then I'll build it next turn, and then I'll look to finish the terraforming. Yep, Taciturn relies a lot on RNG because you just like, oh, okay, Forge has already maxed out its factories. Okay, buddy. Okay, and Leap Forward. Okay, Leap Forward only grew 10 pops, so or only added 10 pops, so it didn't really increase in size that much. But 10 pop is 10 pop, and now if we would ever get soil enrichment, we can benefit from it. All right, so here, finish the ship, get that moving over there, and then we'll grow your missing pop, and then you can go back to probably building more ships. And yeah, these ships are going to be on their way, and then we can look to move out in a couple turns. I should, as soon as these ships are done, I'll start queuing up. I think it's going to be 2 turns to get there. I can start queuing up the pop from Home to and Angry. All of them be the ones that send. Oh, we actually built 3 of these on 1 turn. Nice. All right, so this should be their next turn. Yep. All right, how many turns does it take to get up there? 2 turns. Okay. Forge, you finish. Yeah, you grow the pop you need. And just put the rest into missile. But you actually have to upgrade the bases. All right, let's start sending pop transports here. I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to capture the planet. Take out the whatever base is there. 3 turns. Okay. So how much can we send? We have a 165. We should be able to do 30-ish. We don't have cloning, unfortunately. I think we can do 30-ish from both. And is this 3 turns as well? This is also 3 turns. So we'll do... They're the same size, so... Oh, wait, no, they're actually not, because the other planet went fertile. That's right. So we'll cut this down a little bit. But we have 60-ish invading. We should have a ground combat advantage against these guys. Because we have... Let's see. Yeah, because we have Zortrium... And they don't have personal deflector shield. So our Zortrium cancels out them being the defender. We have plus 10 on the ground rolls, so we actually have the advantage for once. Rare on impossible difficulty, you actually have the advantage in ground combat. But yeah, okay, so they'll start heading up there. 3 turns for them to get here, and we set 2 turns to arrive, and we'll send them forward next turn. Sounds good. And then we can finally start grinding our way forward in this galaxy. All right, Forge. Give me another round of bases here, because you're gonna get you're probably gonna get targeted, Forge. And we're gonna need to send more pop as well. So we were able to do 32 out of that planet without running out, and I was just barely short here. All right, so you guys have to move forward. The hope is that these guys will be enough. Wasn't one of these planets almost done with one of it? Okay, so Angry was almost done with its ship, so we need to finish its ship. Because it was really close. And then it can go up there in the following turn. You, Home 2, I want you to just keep sending for another turn or 2. Because remember, we have to refill the planet with pop after we capture it. We'll do another 30 million send. That should do it. Bastion, you can just stay on more ships. Actually, why don't you do 1 round of bases just so you're updated? Because I might be seeing combat there soonish. As I said, Forge. I wouldn't mind Forge being at like 80 bases now. Again, remember, it's in a nebula, and it's ultra rich. Might want to get up to 100 to be on the safe side. I love the fact in this game that there's no limit to how many bases you can do either. All right, 2 turns, we hit them, so next turn we break our NAP, so we can say we held our word. We didn't really, but we can pretend that we held our word. All right, Angry, Hone 2. We'll get you up there as well. 2 turns. Okay, I have 60 million landing initially, and then another, let's send another 30 million, and then we'll stop and assess after that if we have enough. But better to have too much than not enough. I don't mind if I oversend at all. All right, and then Forge, I'm going to end this relocate order for the moment because I don't know. You stay on the defensive bases. Bastion, you're probably okay. You can go back to shipbuilding. And races. We need to break our non-aggression pact with these guys. They're not going to like it, but... Wait, how do I end my non-aggression pact? Okay, they didn't like it as expected. They didn't like it, but it is what it is. Alright. Nothing new from those guys. Again, just continuing to rotate our spies around. The fact that everybody hates these guys means we're actually going to improve relations by hitting them. And they actually have some good techs. Their planetology stuff, I would love to have controlled radiated and some of these waste cleanup techs. Plus the pulsar tech wouldn't be bad either. Threaten them while you're at it. That's okay. So we're going to grab this, and then we'll look to advance into their core. It'll be easier if we can get the advanced space scanner, because then we can see the planets without having to have space superiority. But all right, let's do it. Hopefully I have enough here. Well, what's on their design? Let's see. Oh, they do have death spores. Okay. They do have death spores. Fortunately, their attack level is relatively low, but I don't have any ECM jammer techs. Now, the good news is I am going to need a weapon better than, I'm going to need a missile better than scatter packs, though, soon, because look at the shielding. 3 points, 4 points. The scatter packs are not really going to hit through that level of shielding. Scatter packs only do 6 damage per shot. All right, that said, this is not scary. And their bases kind of suck. What's the planet? HyperX's, yeah, that's not scary. Only 5 points of shielding. We can get through that. So yeah. They were correct to run away, by the way. 12 damage. And again, we do not have Omega Vs or anything like that, but yeah, we can actually just kill them with lasers, which is rare, but we were able to do so. All right. Only 60 factories. Hopefully we get 1 or 2 techs. The odds are we might get nothing, but we also might get like 2. We could get probably like 0, 1, or 2. But again, we actually have the edge in ground combat here. And it gets us another planet, which is going to be just nice. We're so limited on planets here. All right, we got something. Could be anything. Could be a worthless, like, low-level tech, or it could be something good. Okay. If we fight someone who has a lot of small ships, maybe. Oh, that's nice. We were missing improved industrial tech. That helps us. Okay, not as helpful because we just got 3 techs is, by the way, great from a planet that only has 60 factories. That was a good roll on the tech theft. Yeah, of course they're going to declare war. Auto repair can probably handle 12 damage. Yes, it can. The issue is, though, that there are other planets that are going to have a lot more bases than what they had. All right, so now it's time to start using our reserve here. We're going to stand up this planet, Little Tau. Unfortunately, we don't get to rename this. So the first thing we need to do is the terraforming. Unfortunately, I have to... Okay, we can do the terraforming in basically 1 turn. And then this will get us 30 more. So this will take us up to the pop max, and then we can get the factories after that. I'm hesitant to send more pop because... Yeah, I think that'll be enough to take it up to like its max or something like that. Or close to it. Okay. So we can hold the beamers here for right now. And Forge, you can just continue adding bases for right now. Their weapons didn't look that intimidating. But yeah, you can see the other AIs actually like us because they're at war with the Sakra as well. These guys are at war with the Sakra too. So we didn't. I think that the best thing to be would be to pull that advanced eco restoration. That would be pretty nice. But yeah, I mean, we got some stuff that was pretty useful. We'll be able to build factories faster with those ECM techs. And yeah, we'll just stand up this planet and then look to go after the next one. I don't think there's much threat of losing a council vote, because yeah, I don't think the soccer will vote against me, but I think the Borathi will probably vote for me, or at least abstain. I don't think everyone. The only way I lose is if every single but the Klakons won't vote for the. I was gonna say if everyone voted for the Darloks, because it looks like the Darloks have pulled ahead of the Borathi in population. But like the Klakons won't vote for them because they're at war with them, and that's all I need. I just need the Klakons not to vote for the Darloks, and I'm fine in this upcoming vote. I could turn spying on them. It's true. I could. I don't know if I need to, though. I'm going to get more tech when I invade them. They don't have anything I need that badly. I could. I'm okay with just continuing to check what the other AIs have. I don't think I would get very much. It's a good question, but I don't think I would get very much. Yeah, they have no fleet anywhere nearby. All right. Let's make it through this council vote. All right. So we did increase the planet's size here. Again, want to continue. All right. So we're going to have all the pop in here that we need. And it looks like this extra 30 will get it up to whatever. I think its max is going to be 90 mil, if I'm reading this correctly, which is a pretty solid planet. It'll be like leap forward quality. We've also got it up to minimal. Wait, I guess we haven't quite finished it yet because it still says hostile up there. But yeah, and Forge is at 82 bases. That's probably enough, given that it's not even being focused by the AI right now. And we've got our other big... Oh, no, wait. Home 2... Home 2 is not shipbuilding. It should be shipbuilding. Other big worlds will have another round of these in about 5 turns, and then maybe we can look to make a play for Jenga. I believe this is a pretty big world, though. Let's send one of our units here just to get a quick scout on what's here. Because that would take me up to 8 of these, and 8 huges is pretty strong. Pretty strong. Yeah, everyone votes for you and you're forced to win. That is a possibility. Although we would have to turn it down. Okay, it's actually pop 100. I estimated 90. That's a pretty solid planet. Especially one that's like way out of the way. You can just do research here later on. That'll be nice. We would actually have to turn it down. We can't win the game until we finish off a genocide of the... we have to eliminate the Borathi and the Sakra. That's our goal for this game. All right. Oh, we're building factories fast here. Yeah, so that's the advantage of that. Remember we just looted the Improved Industrial 7 and 6 from these guys? That's the big advantage there. We can build the factories much faster now. All right, so we'll be able to get up to 300 factories pretty fast. That said, I'm going to need more reserve spending, so Forge is going to have to feed the reserve so I don't run out, for better or for worse. And I probably should put my relocate orders to Forge, even though I hate moving them to a nebula planet. Leap Forward is not the front lines anymore, so it doesn't really make sense to have them going there. Anyway. Well, I can just not vote for myself. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, this is me checking out what's on. Okay, they have 38 missile bases here. Okay. That's a decent number. That's a lot of bases, but I think 8 of my huges can survive that. As long as they just have Hyper X's. Okay. It's a pretty well-defended planet. But as long as they don't have anything better than Hyper X's, I think we're okay. And we do need to get an updated report on these guys, just to make sure they haven't discovered something new and unpleasant that I don't want to worry about. All right. Actually, we have enough reserve. I forget how fast you feed the reserve with big ultra rich planets. You can actually go back to shipbuilding again. Yeah, we build them pretty fast. All right, 5 turns, and 3 turns. Okay. 52 bases per year. Yep, we'll have that maxed out in, I think, 4 more turns. This planet maxes. Yep, almost 3 turns, actually, with the rate, the like compounding rate at which the bases get built. All right, cool. How close until the next vote? 2 more turns. We'll be up against the Darloks. Again, they're at war with the Klakons, so there's like no chance to lose the council vote. Does it cost more to turn on spying instead of hidden? It doesn't necessarily cost more, but you're less likely to. You get a boost to. So let me put it this way: there is a boost to your spying rolls to get a spy in if you're only using the hide command. If you're using the hide one, you have a boost to get a spy in. If you're under espionage, the odds to get one in are lower. So that is the rationale for why you'd want to do that. I don't need to steal text from any of these guys. I just want information. So that's why I have it set there. It's a great question, though. So that's why I don't have it turned on to espionage right now. Because I think I'm going to get all their text just from invading them anyway. That said, this is a council vote turn. So we'll save it just in case something bizarre happens. But I really don't see how. I think we're pretty safe here. Well, that's nice to get. All right, what do we want? Now we need upgraded missiles. We could do Scatterpack 7. I do like Scatterpack 7 is nasty. What do we think? So do we do Scatterpack 7 or Pulsons? Pulsons do 20 damage a shot. Scatterpack 7 is 7 times 10. I do like the Scatterpacks quite a bit. I don't think anyone has enough shielding to really make Scatterpacks that bad yet. That said, Pulsons will hold their... So here's the counter argument for Pulsons. Pulsons hold their value a lot longer than Scatterpack 7 does. Scatterpack 7 is not good once people start showing up with the class 7 and 9 planetary shield, which we're not that far away from. That's true. Scatterpacks will be relevant for a long time. That said, the Scatterpacks will be relevant for a long time. And it's also a cheaper tech, too. We can always go back for Pulsons if we like start seeing a ship running around with like class 9 shield. Well, the Scatterpack has +2 targeting computer. The Pulson has +4 targeting computer. So the Scatterpack actually has a weaker targeting computer than the Pulsons, which is kind of interesting. I think I'm going to do the Scatterpack just because it's more fun and it is a cheaper tech, so we can get down the tree faster. I don't think we're likely to see people with like class 7 and 9 shields that in the near future. So I'll do this. And as you said, we can go back for Pulsons. We might also be able to get Hercula or Zeons down the road too. Okay, so we are up against the Darloks. Borathi abstain. I'm fine with that. By the way, they've been on 6 votes for ages. They have not increased their population. That's annoying, but okay. This is the only one that mattered because with this I have the veto block. Like, I didn't think that the Borathi would vote for the Darloks, but it wasn't guaranteed. It wasn't guaranteed. Obviously, the soccer will vote for them. All right, we're at 9 out of 35, so I don't think we can vote for the Darloks. That would put them at, isn't 24 out of 35. They would win. The stupid kitty means I can't vote for the Darloks. I'm going to have to abstain. But I'm getting closer. I would need 12 votes right now. I would need 12 votes to have the block. So a couple of soccer planets and I would have it. Okay, so that's always good news. It's always good when you get past a council vote. Now you have 25 turns before you have to worry about losing the game. That's always nice. Okay, well this planet's maxed out on factories already. So that's good. And then we just need... We'll just put... Okay, apparently it's going to grow to the max... Apparently it's going to grow to the max size on Pop as well. So, all right, that'll make sure. And then we'll build the shield. And then we'll be ready to move out. One more turn until those are done there. 3 turns, 3 turns. Okay. Got a couple turns until we're ready to move out. And that's 2 turns. Okay, I'll probably move them forward in a turn, in like 1 turn or so. All right, here comes some of the... Yep, you're done, and now you can build defenses for yourself. We don't need a lot because this is on the borders of the map. I've said this on other streaming sessions, but the AI tends not to target the corners of the map. I think if we get a shield and like 5 bases, I'd feel pretty comfortable up there. Maybe even less than that, because like if I see them heading there, I'm going to have my ships right here, so I could easily divert if I needed to protect that. All right, Angry and Home 2 are the ones that are closest. Bastion just finished, and I'll have it build more. And, you know, I should... Let's let the propulsion and force... I'm going to let propulsion and force fields finish, and then just because these techs are close, when they pop, I'll design a new ship that has the Warp 5 movement and slap Omega V-bombs on. I could also, hold on, let me just see one thing. What's the small, I could probably get an Omega V on a medium size too. Yeah, I can fit Omega Vs on a, I might actually want to do this just so I have something that can get through. Actually, let's build a couple of these. And we need our best targeting computer. And we need the fast movement. I don't have anything in terms of specials that's going to help. I would put an ECM jammer on here if I had one, because it helps against missile defense. Sword trim you might as well put on, because it gives you a little bit more health. Yeah, let's add this on here as well. Omega, this is a 4. This will help us out, because the one thing like the ships I have are good in ship-to-ship combat, but remember, they don't have bombs on them. So I can build some of these, and they'll be quite helpful at getting through the defenses. And then Forge can lay on some of these too. Yeah, Forge just finished a ship. So you can lay on some of these. If we have just have like 100 of these to complement our other ships, we should be able to get through the bases without much trouble. I would love to put it on a small hull. You actually, if you get enough miniaturization, you can put, you can actually put, what's it called? Omega V on a small hull. I have done that before, but it takes a lot of miniaturization for that to happen. All right, we're 1 turn away here and 1 turn away here. Once these are done, we'll build the bombers until they get there, and then we'll send them all forward together. This is a very well-defended planet, so I don't want to mess around too much. Now, have they gotten anything else? We did get an updated scouting report. They didn't get anything new, so that's good. Again, I love that you can do these turns really fast in Master of Orion. It's one of the best things about this game. All right, there's the new beamers. I do want more beamers, so I'll continue to hold these planets on the beamers. And now that you've built in some of these Omegas, why don't you go back to a huge design as well? Yeah, if I can take this planet, probably if I can capture Jinga and also get these techs, I'll have enough miniaturization to design a new design. And also Tau, you've got 3 bases, that's enough. You can now go over to research, and that'll help our research, which is kind of flagging because all our big planets are currently shipbuilding. And look at this, look at how many, I got a lot of ships there, don't we? I can certainly get rid of some of these ships soon. I'm using up all my slots, aren't I? Yeah, some of these, I can get rid of the scouts and the MPGs, the scouts, all of those are not needed anymore. But until I actually need a slot, I'll stick with it. All right, Forge, you're just going to build as many of these Omega Vs as you can until the beamers arrive, which is going to be soon. And then we'll send them all forward. Oh, someone's trying to colonize the radiated planet. I've had a scout over this radiated planet forever. Not much I can do to stop that. Alright. Still not getting attacked anywhere, by the way. And we're still waiting on the last beamers to arrive. I think there's 2 of them still incoming. Right? One of them was coming from Angry, one was coming from Home 2. And we still got this. I don't need to fiddle with the tech settings right now. All right. Yep, turns go by fast sometimes in Master of Orion. It's very nice. All right, is everything here? Oh, we got one. Okay, we just got Omegas coming in. I don't need to wait on them. We have all 8 beamers. All right, let's go. It says 3 turns. I think it'll take 2. And unfortunately, I can't send Pop yet because... and we'll go back to building a huge ship here. I can't send Pop transports because I have not scouted the planet yet, which is unfortunate, but there's nothing to be done about that. And then we'll be sending invasion force, including sending probably from Forge because it's the closest. At least we have the if we can get the impulse drives, we can actually invade relatively easily because we'll have warp 4 transports. That would help a good bit in getting down there. All right, races. We should probably move our spy. These guys still have not come up with anything. You know, these AIs really stalled out in the mid game. None of them have really been discovering much of anything. I'm actually leading in technology, which is wild, but apparently I am. So even though I had this bizarre corner start, this has turned into a relatively easy game. It does show the power of diplomacy. I just literally filled in whatever tech holes I had by using Diplo. All right, we need 1 more turn to get there, apparently. Well, we'll send our 1 bomber forward. Because why not? And we do need more reserve spending. Forge, you're not going to be able to reserve spend after this, so put some reserve spending in right now in anticipation. because we're going to need you for pop transports after this. All right, let's hope we have enough here. What do they have on this design? Okay, a hard beam. Well, that's completely irrelevant. Turn off our missiles. Got our bomber up here. Oh, they actually are going to come and fight. We'll go down here. I can't move them forward. Move there, unfortunately. All right, one, two. We gotta get. We're gonna, yeah, lose some ships here, unfortunately. But we took out a good chunk of the base. That's the bombers doing their job. They'll get another bomb off before. Yep, they took out half the bases before they died. That's worth. There we go. After all, the ships I actually care about are the... All right. Yeah, these did their job. There we go. I mean, we made it through the planet, so... 3 Nun launchers. Alright. 110 max. Pretty well defended. As you said, it was definitely worthwhile for that. I maybe could have done it with just the beamers, but it would be a little bit tricky. All right, let's start sending. Even though it sucks to send from the ultra rich planet, I'm still doing it. I'm gonna take the. I want to get this planet as soon as I can. This will be a great planet if I can take it over and flip it. I think that's about the most I can do there. All right, leap forward. Like, this planet's size 110, so this will be a great planet to hit up for pop as soon as I can take it over and flip it over into my control. That should be good. All right, angry. You're the larger planets, but you guys are also further away. Still, we'll start sending now. Because remember, we have to refill. Okay, angry. You can only do 27? Huh. Thought you could do more than that. I guess I'm starting to pay more costs. I'm actually spending a lot on shipbuilding costs. Look at that. These ships are expensive to maintain right now. Actually losing a lot of production to that. Anyway, 4 turns. Okay, 4 turns is not that bad. Should be able to replenish that in 1 turn. Yeah, I should get the max 6 techs from that. And remember, we do have an advantage in ground combat here, so... Yeah, I mean, they can try, but they're just going to run away, so... Yeah, it's going to take another turn to get there. Okay. Forge, I sent 1 too many. It's at 94 pop. All right, we'll just send 16 mil this turn. You should be able to fully replenish that. I sent slightly too much from this planet too, but that's okay. You're not that big of a world, I got to remember. Angry. We'll do 1 more turn of max, and then this planet's 1 short. Okay. And home. I guess I oversent from here too. Oh well. Gotta remember I don't have cloning, so it's a little more expensive to do these. All right, well, we'll do a little bit less just to make sure. Hopefully all those planets will get back to max. And we have a lot of pop incoming. So here they go. All right, now they're actually bringing more of a fleet here. The Spirit ship has a lot of hard beams. Unfortunately, the hard beams do a pretty good job of cutting through our... we have 5 shields, but they have the same weapon as we do. Well, we'll see what happens. They're gonna fight for this, of course. We'll see if we can engage them up here. Okay. We'll wait. Let them move closer. Okay. Well, they actually have more initiative than me. Because they got to shoot first. Oh, I gotta turn my missiles off. Nice. Okay. I'd really like to have this ship get shot first. I think I have more initiative than they do, right? How much initiative? I have more initiative than them. Okay. I'm going to stand here, and I want them to waste. That's what I wanted. See, they wasted their first shot on that irrelevant stack. So I was able to kill a good chunk of them. Remember, they started with 200 something. Okay, now that they almost killed one of the ships. There's not much I can do, though. They're as fast as me. Now, if I was slightly faster, I could actually run away and regen health. So I'm going to lose one of my ships, but I don't think I lose two of them. There's actually no point in moving. They can chase me wherever I go. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I don't think they have enough guns left to kill. Well, I guess we'll find out. Maybe they kill one. Ah, they did just enough damage. Dang it. Oh, well. This is a good portion of their fleet. Yeah. And we did just kill 200 of their medium ships, so pretty good. The missiles are just there so I can toggle, so I can fire and move. So I can toggle them off and fire and move. The missiles do no damage. I have one nuclear missile on there. They're just so I can toggle fire, move and fire. Good question, though. All right, again, we have the advantage here. So obviously we don't capture it this turn, but we have an awful lot of soldiers coming in behind this. Wow, we killed a lot of them. We killed a lot of them. That was pretty good. All right, and we did remax our pop here. Okay, we have an awful lot of population incoming. Now remember, we have to not only kill the pop, we have to refill the planet with our own population. So I hope that there's not too many more of those ships incoming, though. I think I killed a good chunk of their fleet there. Hold on. It's hard to say, but we did kill a good chunk of... Oh, we actually have 2 spies with the Darlocks. Okay. They don't have anything new that's scary either. Although I don't like this alliance with the Bulrathi, because that means the Bulrathi will vote for them in the council. But as long as the Klakons are at war with them, I'm safe. I'm also going to be picking up additional votes. I'm hoping I can be at a veto block before the next vote. Anyway, I'm actually going to move the MPGs down here, because I might need them to eat a shot from a stack, same way that those bombers did. Rest in peace, bombers. Eating that initial shot probably saved me another beamer dying by having them eat the first shot. So, like, tactics do matter in Master of Orion, like on the battlefield. But like, if the one side is strong enough, you usually, not always, usually can't cheese your way to a victory. Usually, not always. So I'll continue sending from these 2 planets. I think my core planets though can stop. I think that like Angry can go back to shipbuilding, because I do need to replace some of those ships. And Home 2, I think, can go back to shipbuilding as well. I should get another one out of Bastion shortly. So I have some replacements incoming. And I'd love to relocate those relocate orders to go to Jinga instead. Then Forge won't have to be used for population invasions. I'll have this planet that I can use. But like, this is -1 votes from the Sakura and +1 votes for me in the council. So that's like a pretty big swing. All right. Turn off the missiles. Yeah, I can easily kill anything here. They're just going to run anyway. Unsurprising. Do I consider the weight trick cheesing? I do not, but some people do, I know. Using weight on the screen. All right. How many do we have landing? 32. This should not take the planet, but it should get them low enough that next turn we do. We're killing them at a pretty good rate here. So, I mean, we had 30. What is it? We had 30 and we killed about 60. So 2-to-1 odds, something like that in our favor. Not bad. Pretty good stuff. All right, all these planets are now back to doing what they should be doing, hopefully. Okay. Leap forward, you're just going to we're going to keep hitting you up for more pop because you don't really have anything more important to do. I mean, I guess you could be researching, but Forge, though, I think I'll go back to shipbuilding. Are we getting attacked anywhere else? Nope. I'm actually going to have Bastion do tech this turn because I want the relocate order to go here. I don't want it to go towards Forge. So I'll actually wait 1 turn there. Okay, and these guys don't have anything new either. All right. Oh, we need an updated report with... oh, I don't have any spending on these guys. I need an updated report on the Sakura. just to make sure they don't have anything new and scary. Okay, we should take the planet this turn, and let's hope that we get a good pull in terms of techs. The white ship by, it's a Darlock fleet. Okay, well that's annoying. I'm gonna have to fight them off now too, I think. I think they'll just retreat though. Anyway, done. I think they'll retreat from this. Impulse drives, nice. Stargates. Hey, something that's not a warp speed tech. No range tech though. Stargates are great. They'll be useful on this map. All right. No! What did you do? No! 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 Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? Darlocks, what the F, you guys? Come on! No! No, no, no! No! Oh my god! Are you kidding me? That was gonna be 6 techs from those guys. Are you freaking kidding me? And I have 170 transports headed there. You freaking... There were so many... Oh my god. Why? Just why? Oh my god. What is going on? Okay, that's it. Everyone on this map dies. Everyone on this map freaking dies. Everyone dies. That's it. Everyone freaking dies. I'm sorry. That is absurd. What are the odds they have a fleet come in on that exact turn? I mean, come on. And unfortunately, our non-aggression... The reason why I can't chase them off is our non-aggression pack stops that. Are you freaking kidding me? That's some freaking BS. Oh my god. Talk about bad luck. Jesus. All right. I mean, that planet I can just flip around into a super base for me instantly, because I'd have all the pop coming in. I'd have 300 factories to take over. I'd get 6 techs. No, they walk in and blow up the planet on the last second. Are you kidding me? I did all the work, and then they just fly in at the last second. Like, if they get there one turn, if they get there like 2 turns earlier, they don't have enough to take the planet over. If they get there a turn later, it's my planet. They just fly away. No, they have to get there the one turn that they can blow this stupid thing up. Dear Lord. And now I need to get a colony ship there. How many parsecs is this? Yeah, okay, I could get that. Like, I want to go from Forge, but Forge is building a ship, so I guess I have to go from Leap Forward. Because, like, these already have ships under build. Great. So much for having Bastion not finish that ship, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. I like that. Just that's so unlucky. It's so unlucky. Oh my god. Anyway, gotta design a colony ship now. Can we fit? By the way, can we fit a colony ship on a? We almost can fit it on a standard hull. We can't quite. That just sucks. Absolutely sucks. That's just unbelievable. Are you kidding me? Gotta be freaking kidding me. Now everything's gonna have to wait a few turns, so now we have to wait for the colony ship to be built. Now we have to get all that pop again in here, because now we have to repopulate the planet, because all these transports are gonna just die because they're going nowhere, and we get no techs either. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Some kind of game. Well, if I built the colony ship from Forge, the problem is it's still going to take... I think it's still going to take 2 turns to get there, I think. Because of it's only 3 parsecs, but the stupid nebula means even if I build it out of here... And watch, even if I invest nothing in, I build 7 colony ships. It's just a waste. It's not worth it, unfortunately. Like, I don't want to waste... I'd waste an entire huge ship for that. It doesn't seem worthwhile. Because, all these ones that are 1 turn away still don't... the only ones that would maybe make it would be this. It's only 15. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, unfortunately. It's a good thought, but... Yeah. I'm not going to reload and break the NAP. It's just... It sucks. It just sets me back a few turns. Yeah. Good luck with that. All right. I mean, I built the colony ship. Yeah, I'm aware. Thanks. It actually takes a couple clicks because it the game has to process all of the colony ships disappearing. All right. You got to be kidding me. Not much to be said though, other than the fact that we're gonna stand it up. Now we got to send all the population again and build it up from scratch. It's just I literally did the hard work and now I don't get the benefit from it, which sucks. Oh, hello, there's a empty planet here. Somebody took out a... We might actually need another colony ship here. Let's go check this out with a couple of the beamers. Is there a large fleet here? Okay, maybe we're not checking that out. They might, they might move away though. You never know. Oh, never mind. It's out of range. It's out of range. Okay. We literally don't have the range. Well, let's build another colony ship because you never know. We might have an opportunity. We'll just build another colony ship. They're going to run away. Yeah, I know. Thanks. All right. So that colony ship is on its way there. And as predicted, the Bullrathi moved away. So if we can get there shortly. I'll have this go here, and then I can send it down there. We might get 2 planets out of this, maybe. I don't even know what's on that. I would love to go see what's there, but I don't have the range because somehow I have no range tech in this game. Alrighty, well, I'll update the broadcast. I'm almost done with today's streaming session. I'm just still very annoyed. All right, we don't need any more colony ships. That was such a kick in the I think this game's in a very comfortable spot, but that was such a kick in the butt to have that happen. Anyway, again, we still have plenty of opportunities to get techs from these guys, right? Or are they dying on the map? They're kind of dying. You guys might be right. We might need to. I was assuming we we're just going to get their tech via invasions, but maybe we do need to steal from them. It's planetology that they want. They have some good. I mean, we really want controlled radiated so we can conquer any planet. The rest is decent, but all right. Well, at least we get to rename this planet now. I mean, I guess that's something. We get to rename this. Yeah, here they go. They're trying to step in with a colony ship. Yeah, I have another colony ship. Okay. Extra force field. Well, we can get the cloaking device or we can get class 7 shields. Let's take the cloaking device. The cloaking device does advance the tech tree, right? I just want to make sure that it does advance the tree. It does. We can get something that's not just the same shield. Cloaking device is very nice on bombers. I don't want to type in FU Darlox. Prescribed. Darlokender. I don't know if that fits. It does actually fit. Darlokender. Darlock Ender. Alright. So the Darlock shouldn't attack me here. Apparently everybody is now going for this spot. Again, the fact that it's now a brand new world instead of a planet that has 300 factories is just such a pain in the butt. Is anyone over this planet? I mean, we've got another colony ship incoming. Now I got to get all the population again. I had all of that population. It just sets me back so much in this part of the map. It just really, really slows down all my efforts. Instead of having this brand new kick-ass planet ready to go, now I have to build it up from scratch. And I get no tech out of it. What a dick move on the part of the Darlocks. I swear, that is literally like instantly we're going to kill you. Now we need to eliminate you from the game. Now I need to get all the pop in here again. And hopefully it doesn't get blown out of the skies by the AI in that intervening time. Hopefully. But we got at least now we have faster movements because we have the increased. And now it's 3 turns instead of 4 turns, so that's something. Just got to build it. We need 100 million pop, so I'm not gonna send from forts. Is this 3 turns or is it 4 turns? If it's 4 turns, I'm not sending. 3 turns still. Okay, that's good. I mean, we'll have the pop there in 3 turns, right? Because I can send from all of these planets. Yep. So there's your 100 million right there, basically. So I don't need to send from my ultra-rich planet. And then leap forward. Yeah, there's 100 million right there with another 12 million from this planet. So that gets it back up to 100 whatever. Just when they arrive. So, okay. And then we'll see about... I've got another colony ship that can try to grab this planet. I have no idea if that's going to work or not. But yeah, everybody's like fighting over the spoils of this spot of the map. Planetology. Okay. Little extra waste cleanup. Better than what we have. We have improved. We just have the improved eco. All right. Yeah, this is the only spot everybody's going after us. Get another ship there. Actually, you know, oh, we can shift our relocate orders here, including Forge relocating to here. All right, you regrew to max. You also regrew to... do we need to grow a pop point? No. Put you back on shipbuilding, though. You need to grow 1 pop, but it looks like you're going to do that naturally. Ah, come on. You need to grow 1 pop. Could just let it regrow on its own, but it's pretty cheap to just grow the pop point back. All right. And then here, there's no point in reserve spending yet. Once this is done, I can pour stuff in the reserve, because I'm going to need more reserve than that. And yeah, that actually did help us to steal that. Okay. I would feel better if I had more of a pop edge here. Like, I'd feel better if I had a couple more planets, but I don't. Still, this will give me another council vote, and it was 1 fewer for the... Oh, I should have moved forward to see if I could colonize that planet down there. All right. Now, are they going to try to... What do these guys even have? Okay, they have, like, nothing on these ships. This is not scary. They've got a bunch of missiles. I think they're just going to retreat anyway. Yeah, they're just going to retreat. Put a laser on the colony ship. Okay. Just run away. I'm hoping that these guys are not going to try to fight me there. I don't know exactly what's on their ships either. I guess we'll find out. All right. Have the transports started to arrive here? No, they need another turn to arrive. Forge, give me some reserve spending. I mean, we're about to get like 100 million pop incoming here. And I'm going to need more when I terraform it, so we'll send another, 14 mil. Okay. How are we doing on tech? We're not that far off well, we have useless planetology. Not that far off the totally useless planetology. We don't really have anything that significant except that the Scatter Pact 7 is not that far off. Okay. Hopefully they're not going to attack me because we still have that non-aggression pact, but I guess we're going to find out. They don't really want to fight these guys. They just want this planet. Oh, I forgot to grab that. All right. What do they have on these designs? This is actually good so we can see what's on these. Okay. This just has a fusion beam. Useless against planets, but pretty good in ship-to-ship combat. This has Omega Vs on it. And then this one has heavy blast cannon. Okay. I'm really hoping that they'll just leave me. Oh, no. I was like, I really hope they just leave me alone. Nope. They're all 1 speed, though. So... At least we're a little bit faster than them. I really did not want to have to fight their fleet. Maybe these guys can take a hit for me or something. Fortunately, I can get them divided up. Now, one thing I can do is, because I'm faster than them, like I can go in, fire a shot, and then go back to heal. Turn off the missiles. Wait. Is that a, they have the heavy? Oh, they have the heavy fusion beams. Well, okay. Oh, I'm already done this turn. Okay. Okay. Well, that works. Those missiles are very slow. Okay, this is the only ship that is like somewhat dangerous. Because it has a lot of guns on it. Okay, we can heal up from that damage. Like, I don't want to fight that stack of ships until I'm at a full health. I don't know if they can one-shot a ship or not. Okay. Just retreat out from this. Even though I don't actually care about that ship. Okay, are we full health? We're basically full health. Yeah. All right. Okay, yeah, I was worried that they could one-shot one of them. So we'll heal up here because they can't hit it. And then I'm going to hope that I can, again, here, we'll heal up again for a turn. And I'm hoping I can get the colony ship to eat another shot here. That they'll actually choose to fire at the colony ship instead. Yep, there we go. Good job, colony ship. Oh, we did not actually lose a ship from that, so now we can retreat and heal all the way up. Because they can't catch us. Because they're so slow. Again, the advantage of extra movement speed. Auto repair special, really good. We're at, okay, we need one more turn. Now we're back to full. Okay, so once again, I don't think they can deal enough damage. I'll just stay here. They can't, yeah. So we only lost one of our huge ships. Thanks, you brave colony ship, for sacrificing yourself. All right. But that means we probably have now secured this spot, thank goodness. Oh, and look, this got taken back over by the stupid Sakura anyway. Let's go chase them off and get a scout on that planet. Alrighty. We're going to have to rebuild this up from scratch, but as usual, we need to do the terraforming first. Whatever terraforming. So, I mean, we can build factories relatively fast, but just building this up from scratch kind of sucks. Yeah, we can still do a decent amount. Alright. So there's nothing currently attacking this spot. Let's keep most of them here. Let's just send 3 beamers forward to this planet and we'll get a scout on it. And then maybe we can look to start building this up as well. This also just got bombed out of existence. So this is a brand new planet too. Alright. How much reserve do we have? Enough for the moment. But we're actually... Yeah, I'll do another turn or two of reserve here. Are there soccer transports? Well, if they are, I'll easily fight them off. Okay. Now we gotta fight a human fleet. Okay. Well, this is at... Oh, they were trying to attack that soccer planet. Okay. A Baron size 10. Okay. I mean, I'll just send some pop down there. I can actually send pop from Darlock Ender. No, we can just send some from somewhere else. Okay, so Darlock Ender is not even getting focused right now. So I'll send another. I'll just do 5 and I'll do 5 and 5 on these planets, so I have some presence at both of them. Unless there's like a lot of ships incoming. Actually, there's okay. The whole Bulrathi fleet's incoming. So maybe we never mind. Maybe we just let them bomb this out. I don't want to tangle with that's the core of their fleet. I don't want to fight that. Let's leave that alone. They'll probably just blow up the planet anyway. All right, here, Darlock Ender. We still need more pop here too, don't we? All right, we have 14 million coming in, so we need like another 15. Actually, we need more than that. But leap forward, you're like the only one that can do this. I mean, I could go from planets further away, but you're good enough. This will get you that planet close. All right. I think I might want to hit and text in the next field before I construct more ships. So actually, I don't really have anything that's going to help. I guess we're fine to keep building the current ship design. I don't really have anything that's going to like make the ship design much better at the moment. But I might get like, you know what? Let's pull you off ship design. I'll have these guys get out another ship each, and then I'll just put them back on research so we can get to some higher tier techs. Anyway, in terms of overall status, we have I think I'll play to this council vote, and then that'll be a good place to stop for this time. We're still in good shape. The Darlocks will be our council vote opponent. As long as the Klakons are at war with them, I am safe from losing in the council. If that disappears, we have to stir up something between the Bullrathi and the Darlocks. But as long as they're still at war with them, we're okay. Okay. Liz asked me to make sure that the lawnmower was undercover because it looks like it might rain. Yes, and we probably should rebuild a colony ship. But like once again, I'm still in the problem of I don't want to build. Oh wait, actually never mind. We're in a situation where we can actually build a colony ship and not have like 10,000 extra colony ships. So Forge can build one. Yeah, it's useful to have one there in case we need to. Oh, but you know what this thing is? This is a barren planet, so we actually couldn't colonize it with that colony ship anyway. That's amusing. This is just a standard colony ship, so we wouldn't even be able to colonize that. It's a good thing I spotted that, but I do think it's worthwhile. We'll just put the Inferno colony base on here. Colony I5. It's not like Forge has any trouble churning out a ship like that. Okay. There we go. And you leap forward. I don't want you to build a bunch of scouts, so just put yourself on the beamer design for now. Okay. Looks good. So much slower, but we're standing up this planet, and then Sisla will be our next target after that. I just want to get this planet in a more stable situation, and then we'll go for Sisla. All right, good job, leap forward. How much pop do we have here? 128, and we have, okay, yeah, that'll max that out. Forge, you can go back to shipbuilding until I need to feed the reserve again. Okay, Angry, you're one turn away home. You just finished a ship, so you can go back to research. Let's get some researching done, get to the next tier of techs. And yes, that planet was bombed out of existence. We can try to slip in here. Yeah, we need to chase the Bullrathi and the Darlocks off. I don't want to fight this Bullrathi fleet. That looks scary. Let's not fight them right now. All right, Darlock Ender. Need to get some. All right, well, we're already building 50 factories a turn. Like we do build factories pretty fast because we have 100 million pop on here. So that's good. And we do have the colony ship here, right? Yeah, we do have the colony ship. If these ships clear out, we can try to stand up this world too. I might need to get an update on these guys soon. Yeah, I want to get an update on these guys. The espionage thing has not been working especially well, as you probably noticed. So that was kind of a good example of. Oh wait, did I not do a toxic colony base? I should have done a toxic colony base. I did Inferno. Oh well, it's fine. And this turn, it's the Darlocks here. Yeah, the Bullrathi left. Here come the Sakura. These guys are probably going to leave as well. I actually think this is a good time to try to slip in here. We'll just send like 3 of these. Or 4 is fine. Just give it a try. If nothing else, we'll get to rename the planet, which is always fun. And Angry can now go back to research as well. I was hoping I could invade a Sakura planet and get some tech from them and then redesign a new ship, but Not yet, at least. All right. Yeah, the Darlock Ender is standing up factories very quickly. Look, with reserve spending, we're already at 60-something factories per turn. And we're about to be max pop next turn. So what's our current max here? 140 times 3. That's what? 420, I think we said. So that's only like 4 or 5 more turns to get this built up. And then we'll go for Sisla. I don't think we're in a huge rush here. I'd rather take my time. Like, I don't think I'm at risk for losing the council. I really don't. All right, they actually lost their alliance with the Bulrathi. That makes me feel better. And again, we're still not getting attacked anywhere. Yeah, here's just stupid Sakura. Chase them away. Well, we actually get the chance to build a colony here. What do we want to name this? We get the chance to replace another AI name with one of our names. So that's always fun. I mean, we definitely want to colonize this. Yeah, espionage can be random. I don't have a big enough computer edge over the Sakura to just, like, get stuff all over the place. Lizard Ender? No. I don't want 2 Ender names right next to each other, as amusing as that would be. At least we got anything else. Lucky? Okay. Lucky's fine with me. No, I have there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to hold this. But we can at least make the effort. Oh, does this bring us into contact with somebody? Magnificent, illustrious, and godlike. Okay. I think that that's the erratic message, which is the default Klakon personality. We finally found another race. No, aggressive. Okay, they're at war with everybody, so that's good. What's their status? They're reasonably strong in this game. They actually have a lot of planets. We need to get... interesting. So we finally got to meet them. So they have the western part of the map, and Kitty is, as usual, very weak. Kitty is probably has her homeworld here. I guess it could be there. Got to be one of those 2 planets. As usual, Kitty is weak and irrelevant. All right, so Lucky has a lot of stuff headed there. We can definitely deal with that fleet. And we can deal with that fleet, too. And maybe the Darlocks will help defend for us. Darlock Ender is not currently getting attacked, so I'm going to send more of the beamers down there. I want to keep a decent force over that, but how many do I have here? I mean, 5 beamers should be enough to hold for right now. And I have another one incoming too. Yeah, actually I'll send one more because I have another one coming in. All right, let's see what we can do here. Unfortunately, this planet is pretty weak, but we'll do what we can to start making this better. Wow, we're already up to 83 factories a turn. Jeez, okay. Yeah, we're going to have this maxed out pretty quickly. Even though we suffered that setback earlier. So I need to terraform this planet. Oh, we have to do atmospheric first. That's going to take forever. Whoever was here trashed the planet. So, yeah, this is going to be a long-term project. But, I mean, we might as well get started. Leap Forward can send the 8 pop. The max we can send for now. So we'll do that. We'll send what we can send. Here, we'll dump... Where's Lucky? Poor Lucky. We'll just dump 1 tick in here, so we'll double whatever spending it can get. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do here until we do the terraforming. So, not a lot we can do. If we needed to build them... Yeah, we could build a base here if we needed to at Darlock Ender, so that's good. Do you do the factories? The factories wouldn't really do that much, though. Like if we do this, we can build 0.4 factories. I mean, there's really nothing we can do until we at least get the pop here. Atmospheric terraforming is 200 million. Maybe we do the factories first. Maybe we actually do. Actually, I think you're right. I think we do. It would take too long. I think you're right. I think we do the factories first. We can get 30 factories, and then that'll help. All right, looking good. As we slowly claw our way, let's get an updating spy report with the Bulrathi, and then we'll get it with the Klakons, who we have now met for the first time. Yeah, I think we can handle this. Who is this that we're fighting? Yeah, okay, nuclear missiles. They can't even damage us. Nukes only do 4 per shot. Nukes only do 4 per shot, and we have 5 points of shielding on that design. Yeah, we should trade with the Klakons. Trade's always worthwhile. Okay, this is with the humans. Oh, no, we're the humans. These are not that scary either. The spirit design... Oh, we already fought these things, didn't we? Are they gonna... Oh, they're actually gonna come after me. Okay. I'm glad I brought a bunch of these then. Very important we get the first shot, as you've already seen. We're just going to make sure we fight these stacks one at a time. This stack is really slow, so we'll stay away from it. Let our auto repair do its thing. Again, auto repair is great. Very, very strong, as we certainly saw in the last game. Yeah, you better run, although I can't catch up to you now. Alright, leap forward is doing its best. Alright, Darlock Ender. We're going to need more reserves. We're going to need another, because we've almost spent the reserve down again. 102 factories. Yep, it'll max out next turn. And then we'll get the missile base, and then we'll be pretty set there, and we can go hit Sisla. But Forge needs to... I guess Forge... We have enough for one more turn, and then Forge can finish this ship and then go from there. Is there anything nasty incoming at Lucky? Since we're not fighting anyone, we might as well shift another beamer or like down there. I'll just shift the one that's being built in Forge down there. Alright, we already did the reserve spending. Races. Did we get the report? Alright, we got an updated report with these guys. They, again, haven't really developed anything new or scary. They've been on Fusion Beam forever, which I am very okay with, I want to be clear. Trade is always to our advantage. We'll see what techs they have and see if we need to trade for anything. Borath, you have transports en route? Okay. 42. Okay. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Is this going to be interpreted as an invasion? I swear to God. The Darlocks have 42. Okay, well. Let's just see what happens. Why are they attacking me? Whatever. They're my council vote opponent, so if relations drop with them, it's not as big of a deal. Yeah, the Klakons are now, like, pretty much guaranteed. Oh, wait, they're allied with the Sakra now. That's... Let's not get tied up. Remember, they have Omega V-bombs. I do not want to fight them. Okay. No, you stay at war with the Sakra. Otherwise, the Sakra could have pulled them into a war against me, and I don't want to fight these guys right now. Again, diplomacy, strong, very strong. All right, Klakons. It seems like everybody's sending their fleets here. Again, yeah, we already saw these guys, so the missiles on that are irrelevant. The Klakons do not seem that strong in this galaxy. Yeah, they're just going to retreat. Doom virus. Okay, we can take plus 60. We don't need more waste cleanup. Our waste cleanup is fine. Take the plus 60. Yay! All right. Good job. Excellent. All right. Lucky already has, I think, yeah, we're already doubling production there. Okay. And we can handle that. And Darlock Ender. There goes most of the reserve, but you are now maxed on factories. And we are going to get that missile base up. And you will now be ready for us to serve as our point planet here. And you need to feed the reserve. There we go. All right. So you know what we're going to do. Since it looks like we've chased away most of the poachers at Lucky, we're going to see if we can go hit Sisla. Oh, it's 2 turns? Okay. Dang it, I was hoping we could hit that before the council vote, but it looks like we can't. All right, so I'll wait until after the council vote, and we'll go hit their homeworld after, that's the start of the next session. I need to hold beamers here for one more turn. I need to be at like 10 bases to be relatively safe. I will feel safer when I get that missile upgrade too. All right. At least these warships have been really effective. Is it one turn? Yeah, these ships can shift back and forth in one turn, thankfully. We'll see what we can do as far as Lucky goes, but it looks like we have been able to hold Darlak Ender and Lucky here. Oh, to Sisla? Oh, good question. Is it one turn from here? I believe it is. Yes, it is one. Okay, it is. It's frustrating. I would have thought that that was only one turn. I guess it's just barely over the 5 parsecs distance. Okay. What's on this design? A hard beam. Obviously it retreats. Alright, Darlak Ender. Okay. We're going to do reserve spending one more time here. Just because I will feel much better with it. I feel much better with 12 missile bases in play. Alright. Is Lucky getting focused by... Lucky's not getting focused by anyone here. Okay. Yeah, Lucky's already getting its production doubled. Okay. Well, let's hold... Or let's hold like 3 of them. We'll hold 4 or 5 of them here. We'll send the rest forward. I'll attack on the next turn at Sisla. With like 10 beamers there. That should be enough. Actually, let's send 1 more. I'll send that this turn. But we have a council vote coming up. Did we get... Alright, we got a scout on the Klakons. Nothing too scary here. Andrea Marmor would be really nice if we could somehow get that, but I don't really feel the need to like try to steal anything. I don't really need anything they have that badly. Soil enrichment. We want soil enrichment. Maybe they'll trade for soil. Let's see if they'll trade for soil enrichment. There's soil enrichment. Yeah, that would be a biggie. The AI does put a high priority on that tech though, so. No idea if they'd be willing to trade for it. Out of these, Armored Exoskeleton is probably the most useful for atmospheric. I'd trade soil enrichment for atmospheric, but not bet more than that. Nope. Range 7. I don't want to give them Doom Virus. Impulse... No, none of this stuff is worth trading for that. Range 7 would actually be kind of nice. Usually I don't trade for range tax, but that would be nice. Impulse drives, how fast are they? No, they only have nuclear engines. I would never give them that. Alright, forget it. Yeah, no ion stream projector. Okay, it was worth a try to see if there was anything they'd give me. Alright, council vote time. It's coming up on this turn. And I'll be up against the Darloks, but they're at war with everybody. So there's not much chance of losing in the council. Oh, the Sakura actually showed up here. Well, I mean, good luck. Wait, there's actually... Oh, wait, hold on. They're actually fighting? Okay. I expected them to retreat. Oh, well. Alright, up against the Jolly. I expect I'm going to get a lot of votes here. But again, I have to turn down a victory. Okay, have fun with that, Mercians. I might be able to win the vote here. I think I do. No, I think they have just enough. I would have 22 out of 35. I don't think that's enough. No, I'd still be short. Okay. I would still be short. I needed 24. Nope. Nope. Yeah, look at that. Apparently it's like 5.01 parsecs from Lucky to Sisla. Okay, so I'm playing 1 extra turn, and that's to go take Sisla. Darlak Ender, yes, build another 6 bases for safety's sake. Okay, and we're feeding the reserve, which is good. At Lucky, which is our long-term project, By the way, there's not many soccer planets left. They do have that one in the deep south. Oh, I should probably send some scouts to go check out what's on these planets. Well, let's take Sisla, and then maybe I'll have the range to go grab some. I think some of these planets down here are in range. Do I have any of those Scout 3s remaining? I still have plenty of Scout 3s remaining. All right. Might as well go see what's there. They might get taken over by the AI, but they might not. Never know. One of these is probably Orion, by the way. Okay, I just checked out a couple of them. I'll move the rest down here, just to be more centrally located. Okay. We can't send Pop because we don't have the advanced space scanner yet. It'll be nice when we have that. Oh, I guess I don't really need to scout because I have the advanced space scanner on the way. Alrighty. I can't send troops yet. I would, but I can't. We have to take control of the planet. The advanced space scanner is nice because then you don't have to do that. Alright. 37 bases. What is the planet? Are they still firing? They're still firing Hyper X's though, so. They're going to come out and fight. Kind of have to take it to them though, because I can't afford to just stand back and get shot by missiles. We're going to lose one ship here for sure. Hopefully that's all, though. Maybe two. Oh, that's right. We can't fire at the base and the ships at the same time. Whoops. I'm so used to having bombs. Well, I think I do have to kill these ships. Okay. That hopefully that's the last we lose here. Right, we managed to dodge behind the rocks a little bit. Okay, it's going to take a little while to cut through these, but I don't think they kill another ship because they'll be doing less damage with every shot. And they should be getting below the auto repair threshold right about now. Just as we saw in that last game. It's funny killing planet with lasers. It's so rare to have that happen. But it can be done. Alright, let's go take this planet. Lucky, oh great. Lucky is like the universe's worst hellhole. Now it's been irradiated too. Okay, okay, Lucky. This poor planet. Like seriously, this planet. Okay. Just continue building the factories and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, that planet now is a total hellscape. Okay. Well, let's start hitting Sisla. The good news is we have one turn invasion from here. And we can sit with this a pop 140 world, so we should be able to do 30 million every turn. Is that what I sent? Yeah, I should be able to do 30 million every turn. I'm actually gonna give it a tick of reserve spending, so just to make sure it can regrow the 30 million. And unfortunately, all these other planets are also kind of far. Poor Lucky would be a good plan. I mean, Forge I'm not going to send from. That doesn't make sense. I guess Leap Forward can contribute a little bit. Well, it's a long way for such a small planet. I guess I'll send a little. I said I was going to stop playing after the council vote, but I want to take Sisla. I want to get that planet. I want to stop there. All right, races. Oh, we need to... Did we move our spies? We need to move them out of the Clacons. We already got a view on them. We need to update with these guys. Okay. We do have atmospheric terraforming. I mean, we'll get soil enrichment from somebody eventually. Yeah, one more turn, one more turn, one more turn, indeed. It's the old Civ. Gotta play one more turn. We have a pretty big edge in ground tech by now, though. Well, we're not getting especially good rolls this time, but we do have an edge. Alright, we might be able to take them over next turn. Poor Lucky. Oh my god, this planet. Seriously, this planet. It lost half its population, apparently. And I can't send because I don't have controlled radiated. I can't send there. I don't have controlled radiated. Okay. Okay. Well, that's funny. Poor Lucky. And I can't regrow the pop. Usually I would use reserve spending, but I can't. All right. Well, I guess we just have to start doing the atmospheric terraforming because the planet is stuck at pop 5. This poor planet, I swear. This poor planet. Okay. 30 million. It probably takes 2 more turns to get this. But we got real lucky on the dice roll. We might be able to do it this turn. Alrighty. At least Lucky's not getting attacked. We're like doing this long conga line across the map. Okay, they're just going to retreat again. So I think we again come up short this round because we only have 30 again. We need 2-to-1 odds, which is possible, but I think we come up just short. I think they survive with about 5 to 10 remaining. Oh! 1! Look at the guy! 1! 1 human troop. Okay. We would have gotten it next turn, but it's still fun. Alright, what do we get? Okay, this is an old weapon. This is not helpful for us. What? We got 1 tech? There were 300 factories! How did we get 1 tech? What? They have 300 factories. How? How? That's the worst dice roll I've ever had on tech capture. How? How is that possible? They have 298 factories. They got 1 tech? Are you kidding me? What? What is going on? How? 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 How is that possible? I guess we're going to have to steal it from them. This is unreal. We really need the controlled radiated from them. Like, we really need that tech. The others don't matter that much. But, like, just how? I get 1 tech that's, like, tech level 7 from 300 factories? Are you kidding me? Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Okay, well, we'll take over from this point. I'll take over from this point in the next session. I'm like shaking my head here. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening here. The good news is we did take over Sisla, and we're munching our way. We can take this, and then maybe we can sign peace with the Sakra, and then we'll pick out who our next victim is in this game. Wait, does Kitty only have 1? Wait, am I in contact with Kitty now? I'm still not in. Oh, because I only have range. Apparently, that's the only. Is that the only Merson planet? I don't know. In any case, so a weird game with the way we're advancing across the northern part of the galaxy map. We might go for the Klakons next because they have soil enrichment. Although they actually love me, but they have soil enrichment. I'd really like to get that, and they do have stingers though. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, let's stop here. I think this game's in a very comfortable position. And yeah, we'll go from there. Anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. This was fun. We'll stand up Sisla and grab Exis next time and go from there. Cheers all. Have a good one. Take care. Bye, folks.